Hello. 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 Can you hear me? I can't hear a thing.
Yo, Brian.
Hello?
Yo, Brian.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, what are you saying?
What are you saying, brother? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
so
cool.
another Jeremy Kyle online.
Shall we have another Jeremy Kyle?
Yeah, why not, man?
Big up Zoubida, Arriba.
Yeah, Zoubida. Wait,
Big up.
was it letting you join through the StreamYard, or did you have to use the link?
No, I came through what you told me to do.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
now
big up Zoubida and big up Waleed.
Joseph Starling. What are you saying?
Well, this is much better. I can see everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what comments.
Try removing me for a test. Do you not know?
Well, how do I remove you?
Press on me.
Yeah.
And can you see what does it say? It says remove from stream.
Yeah, starting soon. I can time you out. Oh yeah, I can time you out and block you.
Yeah, that's good. So you know.
Yeah, with you. Yeah, I wish it's much better, isn't it?
Yeah. You have control in it. Breaks are going to be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, what are you saying? How's everything been over the last few
It's
days?
cool, man. It's cool. Everything's cool. Yeah, my son's birthday today. A wicked day. Have a really good day.
Yeah.
I've just found a leak, so I've got to call a plumber out. So if I have to shoot off for 5 minutes in an hour, not a problem. I'll come straight back. It's just I've had to call a plumber and an electrician out.
Yeah, it's no
problem. I want to start off by asking you something. Yeah, because I had an argument the other day on a certain woman's channel with this prick about. Do you remember the Syrian boy that got like water pushed? He was pushed down at his school.
Oh yeah, the one that lives up north or got bullied or something.
Yeah, up north. Yeah, in Huddersfield.
Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But I've done a little bit of research because I had an argument with this fella, and he was trying to tell me that the little boy, that he tried to tell me he was like nearly 6 foot tall for a 14-year-old, which he wasn't. He's about 4'6".
Yeah.
That he threatened the one of the kids' sisters, which is I found to be a lie today. And I also found out today this little Syrian boy, the mother of the bully, has been done twice for racism. One in a ship dropping the P bomb on a chip shop owner, and she's been convicted of it. It's out on the internet. So the geezer's an absolute liar. Yeah, and he tried to make it out.
That comes into link with the kid, innit? That's how the kid's gonna end up, obviously, if his parents are racist.
Well, he's hiding it. He's not been to school for 2 years, and he's hiding. He won't come out. He won't come out of his house. Sorry.
Is he 16 or 15? I forgot.
He's 16 now. But when I say he's small, they're not Syrian-born kids. They're quite small compared to English kids. You with me?
Yeah.
And this guy I had an argument with on this Wendy. Well, I'll say it's Wendy Wu's channel. But this poor little kid has not been out of his house for 2 years. His family have been absolutely, horrific what's happened to them. And yet the 3 boys involved, what's been happened to them so far? It's been 2 years.
Yeah. The 3 boys, wait, were they convicted or something? I haven't actually read the story.
Well, the thing is, you got your Tommy Robinson movement.
Yeah.
Went up there and tried to back the boy. You got other elements of the Tommy Robinson group, and you got another faction that go around bullying people and ain't right and giving out disinformation. And there's people out there who are frightened and scared, and they shouldn't be, because they're right people, decent, honest, working people who have just backed the Syrian boy because right is right.
Yeah.
And yet you've had these people from the TR movement, not so much from that movement, but from like splinter groups and so-called, we'll say, looking after them, who think it's all right to go and hold a boy down and put water in his mouth. Well, it ain't all right. And I just wanted your opinion. Sorry.
Yeah.
I get passionate about it.
Yeah, I would say, they should be convicted just as bad as, that's basically torture if you think of it.
Of course it's torture.
Yeah, it's torture, yeah. So that should be a crime if I'm honest. But I'll be honest, I've never seen any updates on what happened to the 2 boys and the one that were bullying him.
Well, I haven't either.
Yeah, I think
I
they're
haven't
just trying
either.
to. I think that's something they're trying to hide the story because they don't want. How do I say it? The media has some support for the far right. If you think of it.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
if like, can you imagine if that?
Yo, Brian, I can't hear you. Your thing's muted.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you imagine if it was the other way around? That
Yeah, it'll be
Freeport.
in the papers. It'll be in the papers. It'll be in. It would probably come. You know these this iPhone app, the news one that brings you news every day if you subscribe to it or something. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It'd probably pop
Yeah.
up like 3 times a week.
And yet it's been like nearly 2 years ago. Nearly
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I don't like the media. There's always every whatever channel it is, whatever media, there's Al Jazeera, BBC, whatever. There's always an agenda behind it.
What do you think about Al Jazeera?
I think they're just as bad as any other media, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
same. All of them are CNN, BBC, same shit, different name.
But it's like, you see, like, I don't know if you've heard of this London, this Brian Rose, with this London thing. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of him as a journalist. He's running for mayor now.
No, I've not heard of them.
But it's London Real is his company. Yeah, and he
Yeah, I've
goes
heard
on.
of the company,
He's London Real. He's an American guy. And he's running. But he's come over. His name's Brian Rose. His company's owned by Russia, by a Russian oligarch. Yeah,
it's not
done a
every
check
company, Brian. Every company, no matter how good they may sound, yeah, or how much, they're always backed by someone. They always have an agenda behind them. Mr. Truth wants to say something. Allowed this, Brian. Why didn't you come on, Mr. Truth? Join the panel, mate. Wait, let me put the link in the thing.
You're linking. Send the link.
Yeah.
Send a link, brother.
But yeah, man, the media needs to be changed. It's causing a big divide.
I was shocked though when I found out that London Real was owned by the Russian oligarch. Shocked.
I'm not, if I'm honest. It's always owned by someone. No, if you do your research, it's always owned by either a government of some country.
Well, he was Putin's. He was Putin's, one of Putin's friends. He actually owns the company.
Yeah. What are you saying, young Zoubida? You good? Yeah. You're saying G. Yeah, but the media plays a big section in causing division. That's a fact. Yeah, we can all agree on.
But then, if this guy Brian Rose is an American, how can he run be a London mayor?
So he has a American citizenship.
But does he have British citizenship though?
I don't know if he has British citizenship. Probably, I would say it's kind of understandable, but if
he's got British citizenship, if he's got British citizenship, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But his company's owned by Russia.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. So what? BBC is owned by Israel, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've got to have a backing. I don't know too much. I mean, obviously, I don't trust them.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, but obviously, there's a lot of bad things come from there.
Yeah, probably not Young's Willie. I don't know. Probably not. No, I'm not going to go tomorrow to Speaker's Corner.
Too cold, man, isn't it?
Yeah, too cold. No, it's not about the cold. I used to go when it was snowing. I went when it was snowing.
Did you?
Yeah. But I'm busy tomorrow, so I probably won't be going to Speaker's Corner for not just tomorrow, even for a few weeks. I'm going to take a break from it, man. Yeah.
Are you jumping on Zoubida or Mr. Waleed?
What about this guy, Mr. Truth?
Bring him on. Show him out. I don't know.
He's not joining.
Apparently, I'm going to kill your channel.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like it, to be honest.
You got a guest coming in. Easu.
Yes, Easu. What are you saying?
That man.
What's happening?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Zoom in closer on this picture of a flipping monitor. Yeah, apparently you can see a face.
Who?
Is that not a monitor?
Who?
Let's clear the screen. You don't see my screen. Look at it properly. That's a
Yeah, I can see a
monitor.
little monitor. I can see a little monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now,
That's a
if you
tip.
zoom in closer on the
Looks like a
monitor,
tip.
what do you see? Zoom in closer to the
looks like a
monitor. What do you see? Apparently, you can see a face.
That ain't a
No.
face. It looks like a tip.
Exactly.
It's not even, Brian. It's a piece of fucking furniture.
Oh, is it?
It's actually a table. It's actually a lampshade on the table. That's exactly
Yeah,
what it is.
it's a side of a piece of furniture. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
But
what
Esau,
were you
a
saying?
certain prostitute online believes that's me.
Esau, did you get them 161 emails? That's
Every
just
single one of them.
today, brother.
Every
That
single
is
one of them.
just no. Yes, you see them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just today alone. That's nothing what I've had since the 3rd of February. That's just today. 161 voicemails and messages.
Fucking hell. People are crazy. No,
See the
people are
timestamps
crazy.
on them.
I've started to notice that there's a growing trend here. People are obsessed. You got Bendy Woo, who's obsessed because she's got no man in her life. You got the other prostitute, don't even say her name, but she is majorly obsessed with us.
And what
No
about
men in their
Mr.
life.
What about the sewer rat? What I sent you today. He's not 100.
What happened to him?
At what point? As
The
you
sewer
see, I
rat.
never replied to one. He keeps calling my phone. Yeah, listen. If you notice tonight, listen. If you notice
getting
tonight,
heated.
he's not showing his face, is he? Do you know?
Yeah, right. He will be in a second though when I come back. When I come back in.
Do you know why he's not? Do you know why he's not showing his face?
Why?
Because he's round a certain young lady's house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he's not showing his.
Brian, are you able to give a certain name?
Let's just say, sounds like champagne. Yeah.
No, I get what you mean.
Esau knows what I mean.
Wait, you guys can clearly see us on monitor, right? You can see us on monitor. They reckon that's me watching myself. And if you zoom in closely,
Have you been watching yourself again, Esau?
but how would you do that? How would I position a camera to do that? I'd have to be quite good, you know. Doesn't make any sense. I'm actually quite lost.
Listen,
And you got a fucking coons over on bellies who literally don't know any different apart. But Massa says something that must be true.
Well, do you know what? I got because I called. You know, I called like Jupiter. I tell you what happened. I got slated, but the geese was all right in the end. This guy called Mosh. I got slated because you know I called like Jupiter Wendy's pet, and I called Wendy Jupiter's pet. Anyway, I got
Zoubida, what you saying?
Yeah. I got
Assalamu alaikum. Peace, everyone. Big up.
Alaikum salam.
Zoubida. Big up.
Oi, let's have it.
Let's have it.
Zoubida, can you see us the screen, right? Is that not a monitor? Can you see the battery and the silver thing? And you can actually see a black screen around it.
Yeah.
Now, if you zoom on that, you're meant to be able to see a face on that. But it's a screen that's watching something. That's a camera on something. Would the camera be on me? Think about it.
No, I can
whose
see
picture
it's a
is that?
sofa now. It's a sofa.
That's my picture,
Yeah,
but they reckon it's supposed to be an image. But if you look at it properly, it's a screen, right? Look at it properly.
Yeah, you can't even really see anything.
It's a table, but she zoomed on it, and apparently you could see an Asian man with glasses.
I thought it was a tit. I
Oh
thought
my
it was a
God.
tit.
This is the obsession with people online. This is how obsessed people are. They're obsessed.
Oh, listen.
And someone zoomed into that and zoomed into a table. It was like,
Esau,
it's Asian man with glasses with his hands up.
It's obsession. 161 voicemails today.
Yep. Rat boy's obsessed. Rat boy needs to stop and calm down, man.
Mate,
He needs to calm down.
Did you hear them?
He fancies you too much.
Yeah, but it's the threats to kill every day. I've had about 70 threats to kill. He wants to fuck my 74-year-old mum. Yeah. Mate, he's off his head. No, it's all been sent to the old Bill anyway. I'm not bothered about it. Hey, listen, I just think it's funny. I find it funny now. 161 in one day. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
I think I said
that's
to you,
obsessive. That's obsessive
I
behavior. He's there going in his room. Brian Hurle. I want Brian Hurle. I need Brian Hurle in my life.
If it's not Esau, if it's not Brian Hill, it's Zoubida. It's one of us.
Exactly, the obsession.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no,
I've got
Simon
too
Law.
many,
Oh, no,
too many
tell a lie.
haters, man.
Simon Law
Too many
threatened
Palestinian.
to
There's a
stab
woman.
up.
There's always a
What,
Palestinian. There's a YouTuber's got your video with no permission. Strike her, please. She's got one of your videos
Who?
without you having your permission.
Who do you want me to strike?
Type her name in a back chat, Brian. She's get a strike for that.
Who? Tell me how to do this, Palestinian.
What? The Striker YouTube channel?
No, what do you want me to do, Easu? Easu.
I think he got disconnected or something.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
So, because you've
Just
given
turned
me
my
this...
camera on by accident.
Oh.
Yeah. You can only see the top of my head. It's not like no one's
I've
ever
done
seen
mine
it
on.
before.
Hello.
Yeah, Brian.
Look, Brian, you know. But yeah, what's the topic though, guys? Like,
Yeah, I was talking
Well,
about
topic
some
was, no, what we were
Syrian guy.
talking about, now what it was, right, I had an argument on Wendy Wu's channel. They kept begging me to go over. We were talking on Palestinians. They had over 60 messages calling me a coward. Esau said, don't go over. But then he came off and I went over.
Yeah,
Sam?
you should have went over, man. You should have went over.
I should have went over. I should have listened to you. Yes, hands up. Then I just...
It was all a trick
you
to get you
never
over there. It was
listen,
all a
do you,
plan.
Brian? You never listen.
No.
But
I
Brian,
brought
that was their
the
plan,
Syrian
Brian. Did you,
lad.
Brian, if you listen to their stream, Brian, yeah, Jupiter was on there being like, we got to get him on here. And you're just like, you actually fell for their trap.
I did. Hands up. I fell for the trap. But it was over this Syrian lad, this young Syrian boy, that nothing's come of it so far. It's been 2 years. He's been held. He's been not held. He's sat in his house for 2 years now and frightened to come out. His mum's getting abuse. The woman's just been found out, the white lad who bullied him, yeah, has just been found out that she had 2 convictions for dropping the P word in a chip shop and been convicted of it. But none of this has been brought to light. You with me? And my point was, what if that was the opposite way round? Yeah, what would happen then?
Yeah.
You
I
get
just
me?
feel like Tommy Robinson supporters are probably like the most scummiest people here in Britain. I think they're one of the lowest of the lowest. And they are a reflection of Tommy Robinson himself.
He's sat in his house for 2 years, though, Zoubida. 2 years. How bad's that?
Yeah, I mean, this is what it is, mate. Tommy Robinson is dying. He's losing credibility. And anyone that's still supporting him is just clutching onto nothing, really, clutching onto thin air. Do you know what I mean? Because the guy ain't going to become a politician anytime soon, ain't going to get a seat in parliament, isn't going to change the world. If anything, it's all about funding his lifestyle. And he's used this message of, oh, I'm just targeting the grooming gangs, or oh, I'm just on this counter jihad movement as a cover up, really, to fund his lifestyle and to fund his ego as well. Remember, this is a very egotistical individual who wants to be some sort of star, who wants to be some sort of leader, right? Thinks that he's leaving behind a legacy. You haven't. I mean, if you actually look at his brave uncle, I just checked him out today, Darren Carroll, who's his uncle, who left. Yeah, I actually want to try and get in touch with him and bring him on my show. Brave man. You know, I got to give a lot of respect to the man, because, you know, he spoke boldly and honestly and said, look, this movement was just nothing about pure hate, you know, and you know, it was affecting his life in a sense where his own British people were calling him Nazi scum, and he went, you know, I don't want to be a hateful person at the end of the day. And he just pointed out how the internet and people like Tommy Robinson, they feed propaganda and they radicalize people, and they give them so much misinformation to rile them up, get them excited to do what? Do you know what I mean? Like, because ultimately there are so many Muslims in this country, and they're not here with the intention to kill anyone. They just want to put their head down, live a normal life. But people like Tommy try to insinuate that we're all a threat, you know, putting innocent people's lives in danger.
I've just got people. My plumber's pulling up. I'll be 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
No problem, bro. Take your time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley, if you can, Haley, honestly, mate, if you can get me in touch with Darren, I would love to have him on and just interview him and speak to him. But yeah. Are you saying Palestinian? You good, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying Zoubida. How's everything?
Alhamdulillah.
Nice.
Alhamdulillah, brother. You know, can't complain.
Yeah,
Akhi, wallah,
I
you
know what
know.
you mean. Yeah, just not bad and not good, innit?
You know, I just feel like in this life, you're gonna be tested in very strange ways. But I think
Exactly. Yeah.
if you stay patient and put your trust in Allah, you know, things inshallah will work out because
It can be hard sometimes, not gonna lie.
yeah, you know what, brother, is what I find in these public platforms is a lot of ayn, you know, evil eye. I feel like the more you try
And
to do
hate.
good,
Haters gonna hate,
yeah. The more you try to do good, the more that people will go extra hard to tear you down. But sometimes, you know, you shouldn't give them a reason to, because one thing I've realized is sometimes a lot of the problems that I get myself into is because of myself. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's easy for us to blame everyone else, but we never look at ourselves and look at the part that we have to play. And I think for me, if I didn't give certain people energy, if I didn't communicate with certain people, if I didn't even put myself in the same environment as certain people, then I wouldn't have half the problems that I have now. Do you know what I mean? So I believe in prevention is better than cure. If you know that somebody's going to annoy you, if you know you're going to clash with somebody, just avoid that person for argument's sake, you know, because
what about
some
people who follow you? What about people who follow you though?
But again, why are they following you? That's what I'm saying. Let's take it all the way back. And that's where we have to take accountability.
Because I cuss people? Because I cuss people out.
That's what I'm saying.
But I cuss people out for the right reasons. But look at Wendy, yeah. I asked Wendy a simple question, everyone, yeah. How do you have black stepsons? That would insinuate you have a black husband, right? She won't even answer that question. She said, it's his video, but she's there like deflecting and she's focusing on this little image on the screen, which you see now, which is a fucking monitor. We're crying out loud. You can clearly see the screen. You can see it's a screen. I don't know how you can see reflection in the screen when it's a camera facing something. I don't get it. Like I'm actually like quite flabbergasted.
Anything, mate. It looks so unclear. It doesn't look like anything really.
But can you see a blue? Can you see a blue thing at the top in the corner? That's a battery sign, right? And that's a black screen. That is actually a monitor. You can see it's a monitor. It's watching something. I'm hardly going to have the camera in my own face watching myself that close. Because if it was that close, you'd see my head, wouldn't you?
Right.
It's a monitor, and I'm just like, you people are so obsessed. You spend so much of your time strolling the internet. This is what's happened. Like, this is the psychosis that has built up in your brains. Like it's actually an illness. I call it Easu. Like, it's when you get obsessed with Easu to the point where you see an image and you think that it's somebody. That's supposed to be an Asian man with glasses, for fuck's sake, on a monitor. How are they getting that? I actually thought at first it was a guy called AJ, because AJ has got glasses and he is Asian. And when you see it from a thing, it kind of does look like. But then when you look at it, when you see the whole image, you're like, that's a monitor watching something, not a face. Please continue and just get over it. Like, I know you thought you got it, but you have to kind of just go, do you know what? I can't see anything. I didn't get it. He's too quick. He's also too smart. I win again. But you're right. You have to look at your actions. But if you look at my actions, what do? I cussed out Wendy in Jupiter so fucking hot. She said some horrible shit to me. And anyone else in the process got it as well. You heard the wasp and you heard what they're like. So you can imagine what I was putting up with. Like, it's sickening, these people. The games they play.
These people are just boring though. Like, they have no life.
They're bored though. They're bored. They have no life. Wendy's telling me to watch some documentary about how she'll locate me. And I'm like, well, first off, you need to let me on your stream so you can get a little bit of a trace first. That's what you need to do. But like, you won't do that because you're dumb now. And I'll probably jump off like, no, I can jump on if I want to. She's never going to find me. She's obsessed with me. It's because she has no man. And I think we should find Wendy a husband. But she said she's got stepkids on. But she's got stepkids though, so she must have a husband, right? You know, and she said they're black stepkids, so to have black stepkids when insinuating your husband's black.
Weird. She did say she had stepchildren.
They were black. She said they're black. Listen to the video when Skit Speaker's called from 4 days ago, exposing Wendy. He exposed Wendy properly. If you know how to share screens or paper.
You know, hang on. Hayley, sorry about dragging you in on that shit, by the way. Just want to say quickly to Hayley while she's there. Sorry about dragging you in on that shit. I didn't mean to. My bad. It was nothing to do with you. It was someone else, and it weren't you, Hayley. That was my bad. Sorry, go on, mate.
I'm just really like, because everyone's suffering from esoritis, yeah. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, this is what it's come down to. You're seeing images of what the fuck is wrong with you? Can I prescribe you a beating or some drugs? Like,
well, I come off for 3 days, and they seem just to go worse at you, mate. Because I weren't about. Because normally it's me, innit? I'm the one.
Yeah, I know. There's a few stages where I was holding it okay, but then like with those two, you know how it is already. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
And Raj likes to get. The thing is, what I was asking Raj, valid questions. Yeah, in his religion, it says about Sikhi, about how if someone's disabled or something, that's God punishing them. So I asked him straight out, is that God punishing? I know he didn't like a question like that, but he gave his full life story yesterday, and he went into debt about 2,000. This is what happens. What
people spend 16 hours online. 16 hours one person spent online. I mean, at what point do you think?
Well, it signifies he haven't got a life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
one about Zoubida. She spends more. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, Omar once was live. He made a live stream for like 23 hours without.
No way.
Yeah.
How can that be possible?
Did he go to the shop at least?
He was sleeping. He was drinking and sleeping. Yeah.
Imagine a rat sleeping.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Giant one as well. A giant rat just lying on a sofa, just snitching in his sleep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Brian, the fact that his loved one, he's obsessed with Brian. He's taken on the Brian Hurle effect. That's what I call it. I call it the Brian Hurle effect. So it's esoritis and the Brian Hurle effect. All I'm
going to say to you is, Craig David 7 days. Right, that's all I'm going to say. Craig David 7 days. Right? What? Yeah.
I can say that, yeah, people are suffering from the Brian Hurle effect, and there's a lot of people who are suffering from it, and I'd like to prescribe them something. Leave him alone. Stop following him. You obviously are fans. Maybe you should get merch. Maybe you should start getting merch next to see if someone actually buys it.
I'm thinking that. I was going to ask Zoubida when Zoubida comes back on, because she's got 1,000 subs. Like, maybe we should start doing some merchandise. You and me.
Well, I mean, look, I am going to be coming back in full force. You know, hardcore. I think, I'm coming back hardcore, mate. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to let nobody distract me this time. I think that was the attempt, and all this pettiness and beef, and I'm not interested. I don't care if people dislike me. I'm here to push out information, have constructive discussions, and find solutions. All that other nitpicking and jealousy and hating from the side, I'm not interested. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've given a lot of these people too much energy, and I need to start putting that energy elsewhere. You know, and that's what I'm saying. The more good you try to do, the more people will try and tear you down. Like, you know, when you're in a bad place and you're doing the wrong thing, you won't get half the resistance. But when you try to pick yourself up and try to move in the right direction, people don't like that, because, you know, and that's the best revenge. The best revenge is success, you know, and just doing for yourself and doing for others. But, you know, that's it. I'm going to come back, inshallah, with some good debates.
You had some fucking good panels, though. You had some fucking good shows, I've got to say. I mean, I've stayed on your
Sorry, I got a point on that. Did anyone notice there on a certain person's recent video, she had contacts from Charlie Big Potatoes, like direct contact, like messaging? Did anyone notice that?
Yeah. Well, I put it because I knew where Charlie Big Potatoes lived.
Wendy's been contacting him.
Yeah.
Oh, she's been speaking to him. I thought, I don't know. Like, I see no Charlie for no long time.
You shook him a few times.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, that whole far right conversation, it was good, but it just overran its course. You know, like, it was like they kept on coming on all the time. I didn't mind, but at the same time, like, for the sake of not recycling the same conversation, I just want to move it from a different direction, because when they came, they stuck, like they stayed for quite a while. And this Charlie guy got me into a lot of trouble in a sense where, you know, I tried to have a standard on the show, and like when all that stuff got released, it put me in a very difficult situation in a sense where, like, you're showing me one face, but behind closed doors, you're more racist than you're showing yourself to be. Do you get it? But I think you done well with him though, Brian. I think you definitely triggered him up a little bit sometimes. I think you got him riled up some points. Yeah, I got to rewatch those shows. Some of them were actually funny. I put all my stuff on private, just for the sake of, you know, there's a lot of weirdos trying to clip my stuff. And I will be putting certain shows back. I know, but do you know what? It takes so long, Easu. Like, you got to fill out this form.
If it's your content, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot, like I say it to Vay, Vay's a cool with it. But like fucking others, yeah, when someone's taking your footage, yeah, just strike them straight away. It's not theirs. They got permission to do that. They gave permission. Fuck off. Simple as that. Let them hold that. Then they'll be like, you know, they won't do it again. And if they do it again, they'll have to find a way of speaking. And I don't know. They'll have to find a way of doing it in a way where they won't copyright strike. You can still strike every time. Just be like, you're not paying it to its full entirety.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
But look at Shell UK, Easu. 150 videos of me. So they're listening always in the background. Wherever you go.
She's got loads of, listen to her last 50 videos have been dedicated to a point where I'm like, now this is the image that you're using to show people with. I'm showing people you're obsessed and you're suffering from mesoitis. People can clearly see that's the monitor. They can clearly see that's a monitor, and you just zoomed in close to an image of an image, i.e. something that's watching something. You are a retard of the highest order. Of the highest order.
Listen, come
that
on.
Means the camera was in someone's face. That would mean the camera that I'm recording off be in someone's face. That is not possible. That was me. Remember when I was trolling, I was showing my camera every 5 seconds of Wendy. They're like, show your legs. That's the process when I was doing that. But because she's so dumb and so retarded, she literally went for the whole, no. I know it's, and you're just like, you just zoomed into an image of another image, and there's nothing even in that image. It's a still image, which means it's more likely a room, and you can clearly see it's the edge of something. So you need to look at that and actually think to yourself, I am suffering from mesoitis. I need help.
I don't know how long it takes, Easu. I don't know how long it takes to do this copy and pasting, right? But she does like 5 or 6 a day. She's done like on you.
Because she records them, stops it, and then pauses it, and then puts a little clip in, and then uploads it. Like, probably, and it's so easy to do. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it don't take long. Does it not take long?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. When you're a fool like her, and you've done it like a few 1,000 times like her, you just keep doing it over and over and over and over. You just add your words to it.
You can get an app, Brian. You can get an app. It's called. You can get an app. It's called Recorder. All you do is, if you're watching something, you just press record, and it records the whole screen, and then you press stop.
On Wendy's channel, that re-record or something.
Yeah. You can record the screen. Yeah.
That's why Raj records all the Aspect shows, like from start to finish. He doesn't take any chances. He cannot. When he sees he's live, he literally records it. He's like, fuck this, in case I miss something. I think he does actually re-watch it back. I've noticed now when he's offline for a bit, that's him re-watching stuff and finding little snippets and clips.
So I record off my other computer.
He's a bit compulsive as well.
Right, okay. I mean, they must take. She must. I mean, wherever I go, or wherever you go, Easu, well, obviously Zoubida, you was only on your channel, but wherever you go, Easu, you're followed, mate. It's like the police.
I noticed the other day I went to Benny's, there's fucking 60 people there, yeah. By the time fucking thing, there was over 100 plus. I was like, what the fuck? Seriously now? What the hell do you lot do? Is there an Easu Hangouts group? Like an alert group when I'm online? Or do you just message people like, he's on? And you're just like, he's on Benny's. It must be like Easu's on Benny's. And it must be like, they must have abbreviated by now. EOV or EO something. I'm just thinking to myself, like, because they're so obsessed, and they'll literally be like freaking themselves to get out. He's on Benny's, listen. And they were just there like listening, like, and I'm just like, holy shit! I mean, like, you're bringing the viewers in here. That's what they was like.
I've had Plisco back off. I've not heard from him for ages. Yeah, he's backed off. Scottish Jamie's backed off. Shell's still doing her thing, but this rap boy,
of course, because she's obsessed. No, but listen, she's obsessed. I see it now. She's obsessed. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like, to the point where I was just like, wow, you actually are suffering bad. The fact that you actually, And the thing is, yeah, when I showed the image, which is where she got the fucking like image from in the first place, you can see it's a camera screen. You can see the camera's obviously watching something. It's not watching humans, but she just zoomed in. I don't know how she was able to do that. I'll be real, when you go close into it, because of what it is in a way, which I'm not going to say, you just make your mind up and just think what a room would have in it. You can kind of see what it is, but what she's done is just blown it up and ran with it and freaked herself out, thinking that I got it.
Do you think Wendy wants to marry her?
I do. I think they both do. I think they both want this deal badly. They're not having it.
I think Zoubida does as well, if I'm honest.
Oh God, I know. She's thinking herself like, because when they were like, he's Asian, I'm like, what? I was like, I'll just pay you this then. I'll pay you this.
They've got no idea where you are, my friend. They got no idea.
It hurts them. It hurts them. It hurts them. That's a problem. It actually hurts them. I've noticed that. It actually hurts them.
You're in more countries than DHL. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying to them. Traveling, and they don't realize, and they're literally going over a monitor pick image. They're literally freaking out. Look, I was having fun that day. The amount of stuff when Rambo goes to me, show us a part of your body.
He's a knob.
He looked like an idiot. Yeah, but do you know what he said? When he said show us a part of your body, yeah, he thinks I'm dumb enough, yeah, to like wear a pair of shorts and show some skin. Literally, as he was saying that, I was going to get a pair of trousers. I was laughing, and I put socks on purpose. I was like, just in case. And they're there going, oh look, and I'm there like, guys, like, you literally, I'm talking to you and you give me enough time. I'm making Wendy do what I want to do.
To me, he sounds like, I said to him, I said, I'm not being rude, Captain Rambo, but you sound like you've got adenoid problems or you've got cocaine, an ounce of gear up.
Yes, crack problems. He definitely has drug problems. He has no fucking teeth, and he didn't lose them in a fight. That was from smoking.
But he has one or two of them problems. It's adenoids, or he's got an ounce of gear stuck up his nose that he needs to blow out.
And he's also a midget as well. That's another problem. Just heightless. Like the other day, he tried to come on screaming at me, and I'm like, "You're actually like you're making a point where I had an issue with certain people before, when I said don't do the thing in front of Wendy like that because you're actually like a slave to me now, and that's how I treat you like one." Simple as that. I would treat you like
what do you think of that fella? I thought he was all right the other night. That IC3. And I thought he was all right. That fella.
Yeah, I like him. He's not bad. I like him.
I liked him. I liked him. Yeah. He said
they would jump on his case as well.
It was the captain's uniform. It was the captain's uniform that sort of threw me a little bit.
He's just not able to do his thing.
He seems to have his own little den, doesn't he? It's like a little den he's got there, but he's very informative.
I was like, oh shit, he's actually made a room dedicated to shit. Oh, okay.
Yes, isn't he? He actually has made a room dedicated. Apparently, Palestinian told me that when he goes Speaker's Corner, he takes a table and chairs, and with 10 chairs, and has a table, and sits down and does a debate with 10 people at Speaker's Corner. I thought it was quite cool.
Yeah, that is. One day I might occupy one of those seats. Masked up. Everyone will be like, who the hell? Well, I can't tell his voice in real life. You can't. Trust me, it's typical. I'm laughing again.
I was laughing when he said you're going to be heard on a bus or on London transport. I can't remember the last time I ever got on a bus.
I know. I mean, I can't. I like to use them now and again. It does take the pressure off. And like, especially if you want to do something that you know is going to make you tired. I'm not a firm believer of driving when you're feeling exhausted. It's just long. And I've noticed, like, I won't say the older you get, but I've just noticed that I can't last longer than 2 hours. Do you know what I mean? Maybe.
Do you know the biggest issue with you is they don't know who you are, and it grinds.
It upsets them. It upsets them. They're just like, where is he? Turn his camera on. Do something, please. We need some evidence. We need something.
For a year. Yeah, it took me a long time to find out who she is. Yeah, but she just has tried to get you for a year.
I had to say it's a crazy bitch. Yeah, she kept threatening me. I was like to her, if you carry on, I have to get your information from Brian and come and find you myself. If you carry on talking shit like that, she thinks like she won't do it as well. I wouldn't want to go out my way to do that, but if she keeps talking shit like that, she'll leave me no choice. Or I have to send the police. They'll send someone there.
She's the most evil person on the internet, in my opinion. She's the most evil person.
Hurle and Zoubida, definitely. They're stupid women.
Yeah. But Jupiter's stupid. She's got no brain.
Yeah, Jupiter, she's thick. She's actually thick. She's actually thick. She's actually a thick idiot. You can hear that she's thick as well. And they were like, someone said to me the other day, there was like, you really think you're gonna change the UK from a fucking your phone screen in your sitting room, you stupid bitch. And it's true, like none of us are the ones who actually go out and do stuff like the ones who show their faces and whatnot, the ones who actually are trying to do something. I rate that. But at the same, like, even like with respect, I can't lie. Like, if you're doing what you're doing, do what you gotta do, man. Like I wouldn't say it's a good look, but as long as you're not breaking any laws, do what you gotta do. If it's working, it's working. Personally, I can't say for myself because I just think it's a crock of shit. But if you do your thing,
you tell me on this, right? Now we've got 24 people watching. Now this is a brand new thing he's set up. This is not his proper channel. This is Palestinian 717 second channel. He's done a 4K thing, yeah. Now I can see that there was 28 people watching a second ago, right? Now he's got no subs on this one, but Rat Boy has got 890 subs, but only gets 12 people watching. Has he bought them subs, or has he really got them?
No, I say it with random people because basically a lot of people, like I've done it before. I've like subbed to random channels, like just randomly. Like sometimes I do it to throw people off in case they hack that YouTube channel. They'll be like, "Well, he seems to like this and that and that," and I'm like, "Yeah, it seems to like things I can't even understand like in different countries and things." Like so, a lot of people do sub, right? And it's probably around the world thing, but he does that. I mean, I think with Raj, like he's got like over 5,000, and he manages recently only to get 100+. You know what I mean? So where the other like,
have you ever heard a man
900
call the nonce word to so many people? Everybody he talks about is a nonce, apparently.
That's what everyone but him is a nonce.
Yeah, but
and you know what is it? Ask him what he went to jail for. Ask him what he went to prison for. He went to prison for. Just ask him what he went to prison for. He'll tell you.
I told him today I know what he went to prison for.
Huh?
Yeah, I told him today I know what he went to prison for. Yeah, that's why
I know exactly. If he's listening, I'll tell him myself. But I know exactly what to jail for, and so is he. When I found out, I laughed. I was like, "You are a piece of shit." Simple as that.
He's a piece of shit.
You're a piece of
shit. And that is why he doesn't. That is why he doesn't see his children, and that's why he doesn't see his child.
They're not his kids. They're Modines.
Yeah, I know. But if you all
say
like the wrong word to him, and he calls you a nonce, as I say,
you're a nonce. You're a nonce. You're a nonce.
Yeah.
And he turns on people so quickly as well.
What I've shown you today, I've got 61 messages saying he's going to rape my mum, who's 74.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually got that.
What is it with people threatening rape online? What is it with people threatening rape online, Brian? Because Simon Law does the same thing.
And he's going to cut up. Yeah, he's sick, man.
Simon threatened to rape. Like, actually, like the things he said, yeah, I don't want to repeat them again here, but I'm being serious, yeah. Like, I couldn't go to police, but if I ever did see him, I'd have to punch him up or like beat him over the head with something. Like, because that's disgusting. I
didn't know going to jail, mate. I've just passed it straight on to the police. I've said, thank you. Yeah. Every time they said, they watch his channel anyway, but they said to me every time, I mean, it's 161 today. It took me ages to email all them over. Yeah. You have to do individually voicemails.
I hate him. He thinks because, like, the thing is, yeah, he put his life out there about Craig and his partner, yeah. And then one day he jumped on the whole Raj thing, and then, it was just leaked that his partner had HIV, and I was like, you gave it to him.
Well, he's joined up with Simon Lord now, isn't he, Rat Boy? Him and Simon Lord are like best.
Yeah, I know. That's because Simon's got plans for him. That's why. Simon's going to convert him like next to. He'll be part of the LGBTQ.
I was shocked.
He'll be O for Omar. It'll be the LGBTQIO community. Because Omar will be the new one.
Listen, I see a picture of him today. listen, Easu, I see a picture of Simon today, and no disrespect, and I'm not saying it for 1 second, so let's just get this straight. But I see a picture of him today. The man looks ill. Seriously.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got a Canada in his hand. No, seriously looks ill, man. I thought he can look completely different. He looks like a fucking homeless man. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah,
a skinny homeless man. Well-to-do. I honestly thought he'd be like a well-to-do, like in a suit, looking well. He don't look well.
No, he doesn't. I wouldn't want him anywhere near me. That's why I got creeped out when he said that shit. Because I'm like, do you realize you have to
Who's DB? Who's
I can't
DB?
say I thought about it. All I thought to myself was, yeah, if he actually did like try to do that, how I would super kill him. Like, and that's how I got to I was so mad. I was like, I've never had no one say that to you before. This is disgusting. Like, this has gone beyond like
DB,
where I don't want to
is.
up now.
Who's DB? Easu, do you know them?
I don't know.
No? Hello, DB.
Could be
You're welcome to jump on. I don't know how to send the link.
Yeah, but you can't threaten sexual violence men online. You can't. Like, I mean, I guess you can say you're gonna beat someone up, blah blah blah. But to actually say the things he said, which I'll never repeat, it's disgusting. And he knows why I hate him. I'm just like, because if I saw you, I know you said that, I'd beat you up so badly. Even though that's evidence to say that's threats of sexual violence, yeah, I just wouldn't waste my time because it's just you're just so disgusting. Like, simple as that. I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, I might afterwards, depending on how bad it. If I just slapped him, he accepted it, then I'd be like, cool. You know, he knows he should have said that. I won't apologize for what I said because I'll be like, that's out of order. Because I say that to a woman or anyone say that to a woman online, all hell will break loose. So I'm treating it like that. It's the same thing. Women always have equal rights. So do I. Well, not really, but yeah, I'm joking. But fuck it, like if you can't say it to women, and I've never once said to a woman, yeah, oh, I'll do never. There's no evidence of that. So I'm just like, you can't get away saying that to me.
If I've had you see the accusations I've had, yeah, fucking screaming at women, having their children taken away and all sorts, yeah. Now, if I'd made all these
threats, though, they're saying threats of violence. You're saying you're a fit mother. Anyway, it's not really a threat. Like,
that's it. I call them unfit mothers. I call what I believe are unfit mothers, but I've never actually done them. Never actually called them. I've warned and said, in my opinion, I'm allowed to give my opinion, but
I think it's true, Brian. That's why they get affected.
Yeah, and if it's like, how can I put it? If I've made all these threats, how come I've not been arrested? Because I should have been arrested about 6,000 times.
That's because they can hear exactly what's going on, and the fact that there's actually a chant, Brian Hurle chant. I can't believe it now. People are obsessed. That's what I'm calling it. The effect, the Easu and Brian Hurle effect. People are just gonna have it and just be like, oh God. It's just like, listen, you either love us or you hate us. Like, at the end of the day, I ain't going to change until people start changing.
You know more.
Stop being, quit being obsessed with me.
Yo, Brian, look at this comment about Simon.
Yeah. Is Simon well in with the two bitches? He's just done an interview with Tracy Black. That poor woman. Do you know what I mean? What happened to her poor son? I think he's been put up to do. Yeah, Simon, he'll just run with it, Simon. He's a nasty man. I'm telling you, he's a nasty man.
There's two bitches left. There's two bitches. I like that. I got a screenshot that. That's gangster.
It's gangster. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right, Ailey. Ailey's all right. Someone I just said I do apologise, Ailey. Anyway,
but there are some people who think we're evil. Yeah, there's some people who actually can hear exactly what's going on, and they're the smart ones. But there are also ones who follow us about. Those are the ones that feel sorry for the most. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, but you marked me on his cards a year ago. You told me, and I didn't take advice on him. He's a nasty piece of. No, he's not nasty like violent because you'd one uppercut, you'd knock him out, wouldn't you? You really?
Oh man, I'll probably like just kick the shit out of him. I'm being serious. Like, look, Brian, when I heard that, you understand, yeah. I really I wouldn't say I got angry because it was so disgusting. I can't lie, like I wanted to hit something. I was just like, you know what, yeah. Am I going to break the 4-4? I was like, you know what? Allow it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's disgusting, I know, but don't rise to that. And that's the kind of thing you don't like. You're like, that actually will make you go and offline and kill, or not kill, but go and hurt. You know, I'm just like, nah, calm down, relax, take a deep breath, cuss it back, but don't get angry. That is disgusting. I've never had no one say that to me, but it actually made me physically angry. I wanted to hurt him when he said those words. I was so disgusted. I was like, how can you say that to another man, you sick fuck? I don't care if you're gay and that's how you talk to people. You can't say that.
Easu, have a read of that. You have a read of that.
Yo,
damn right. They fucking had this fake image of me. No, the image. It's a flipping monitor. Look at it on the screen properly. It's a monitor. And somehow they're able to get a reaction, a reflection. There's nothing in there.
You have Brian Hurle on
Oh,
your
hear
Got
this
rid of him.
pussy.
Let's go. See you
Hear this
later.
pussy.
See you later.
Was that captain?
That was legend.
That's
No, the legend
Pisco.
Pisco.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Pisco.
I'm not letting him in.
No,
He's a
block him.
rapist. He's
Yeah,
sick. He's actually
nasty,
sick.
sick
If he
man,
comes and
sick
try
man.
again, he'll sit there and watch. Just block him again. If he's actually don't
He'll
block
just
him.
watch
He says some.
from
Yeah,
the
he says some.
sideline.
Yeah, let him say some shit. Let him say some shit.
That
and
must
chat.
hurt him. You want to let him in? What do you say?
No,
Yeah, go on in, go on in, go on in. Yeah, do it.
Go on, let
Do
him
it.
in. Let him in. Let him in.
I
let him
can't
in,
just
Just
Palace.
for a
he
second.
left. He just left.
Oh, he'll come back. He'll come back because he just
Yeah,
can't help
do it
himself. He will trip himself up.
He's suffering from Easu and the Brian Hurle effect. This is what I'm trying to say. That's what it
Yeah.
does. Even I go, men going crazy. For fuck's sake, like.
I think he's back.
Here we
You
go.
know, 1
He's
second.
back. You ready?
Yeah.
Brian,
All right, Sweaty.
Brian, tell
Yes, Sweaty.
everybody where you were part of the BNP and the
Oh, I
Sikh,
just said talk
Sikh
shit
against
again.
Muslims.
That's a wild accusation, you know.
You remember
That's a
you
lie.
slipped up.
Listen, Esau. This happened on Valley's channel the other night. Wendy come on and said I was part of the BNP. I said, right, I will
Yeah,
give.
because you
Jupiter said.
admitted.
Sorry, Jupiter said it. I said, on this panel there were 5 of us. I will give everybody £1,000 if Jupiter can come up now and show me.
Brian.
This is his favourite word, by the way, guys. That's literally Pisco, what he wakes up with in his mouth.
Brian.
First
tell
word,
me
the
your
Alan Mitchell.
Your little
Alan
dog
Mitchell. Stop
to
it
go
now.
on mute.
Wait.
And
Alan
me and
Mitchell.
you will have a talk.
Alan Mitchell, you can't talk. You're a sweater.
Me and you, one versus one, Brian.
Oh, you do as a gamer. Go on his channel, chock 4 nuts. He sits all day playing games.
Yo, hurry
He's a
up, man.
40-year.
I'm gonna add Rodney.
Bring Rodney.
Yeah, but Brian, you're 50 odd and you're sitting.
Yeah, it's getting boring now, man. These trolls.
Oh, he's a dickhead. Bring Rodney.
Don't promote
Rodney.
him. Don't promote his channel either.
Did you let Rodney in?
Yeah, it's coming.
Hi,
yeah, Rodney,
guys.
what are you saying?
Big up,
Hello,
everyone.
Rodney.
All right, Brian. How you doing?
I'm doing really well, mate. Actually, really, really good. Thank you.
You feeling better? And
Yeah,
your
that's
mind's in the
kicked
right
in
place?
now. Yeah, that thing's kicked in now. Yeah.
Do you think you need? So do you think that's enough for you, or are you gonna increase it?
Well, no, they're looking to increase next week. Just another 100. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. That's good. So it'd be
But
up
I
to
feel it now.
600.
Do you know, like,
am
it
I
took
right?
a few days. It took a few days, if you know what I mean.
It does. You know, if you stop taking it for like 3 days, then you feel different. You know, you feel worse.
I'd be a mental case. I'd be a mental case, Rodney.
Yeah,
Be a mental case.
So,
Yeah.
so
Well,
I
I'm a mental case.
assume, to be taken extra for 3 or 4 days would make a big difference. I think.
But you know what
I
they
think
gave me
it's
as well?
like
They
that.
gave me vitamin B for some reason. I don't know why. They give me
I've
vitamin
got that
B.
as well, and I've got fireman as well.
So what's the vitamin B? I didn't really ask, to be totally honest with
I
you.
think is it vitamin B or vitamin D? I forget which one I take. You know the brown box.
No, I'll tell you
Like
now,
a small
mate.
brown
I'll tell you now. It says vitamin B, mate. Hang on, bear with me. Yeah. But
Yeah,
it
that's
tastes
probably what I
nasty.
think.
No, it's vitamin B
The
compound.
little brown one. Is it brown?
It's like white and brown.
Okay.
Vitamin B compound strong tabs.
Yeah, I got that, and I've got fireman as well.
Yeah, I don't know what the
You
fuck
got
they're
fireman?
about though.
The
No, I
fireman,
haven't got them.
the fireman
Oh
is
yes,
the
I've got
prevent-
thiamine hydrochloride. Thiamine hydrochloride. That makes sense to you?
Yeah. Make sure you take that fireman because that prevents like damage to the brain from
Yeah.
side effects.
I've
of
already got
medication.
that, mate. I think I've already got that, Rodney.
Like, people who people who drink a lot need that one especially. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But,
drink a lot though, mate. People seem to think I do, but I don't.
No, I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying people who take medication like we do, and people who drink a lot have to take that fireman.
Well,
to
apparently I
prevent
don't
brain damage.
take it. Apparently, this is all lies, Rodney. Apparently. Do
Who's
you know what I
saying
mean?
that?
Well, this is what someone online was saying it on the Wendy Woosh channel. They're saying,
Well, no one's going to make it up, are they? We're not put in a better place by making up that we're going through this, are we?
I've got the bag in front of me, Rodney. Do you know what I mean, mate?
Yeah, I get you. We're put at a big disadvantage by actually telling people this. And you know that.
It don't bother me. I was talking to you, honestly. We was having an honest conversation, Rodney. Yeah. And you did, and then I heard people jumping on your back saying, "Are you saying You never told me. You said to me was, go and speak to your GP, mate. That's all you said to me, basically.
Well,
you weren't
I wanted
telling
you
me
to speak to your consultant, especially.
Yeah, but they were trying to jump on your back, saying you were trying to tell me to take more drugs. If you know what I mean.
No. You see, this is the fucking thing. Yeah, I was trying to tell you, speak to your GP.
That's what you said. Speak to your GP. Yes, right. You did say that. But they were trying to say you were giving me a diagnosis. You was not giving me a diagnosis.
This is ridiculous. Brian, they say, when people have a problem, the people who are on the outside or reviewing it from the outside can see the problem better than the person who's experiencing the problem.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know people who have got like mental health problems.
Yeah, from a member of the public who is observing you, viewing you, seeing everything. I was saying, like, tell them the opinion of yourself and members of the public who have a little bit of an insight into this to say, this is the problem and maybe this is a recommendation. Because, by the way, Brian, you have a big saying into how you are treated and what medication you take. You know that.
I'll be honest with you, Rodney. I could go and say to my doctor, I want 800. Try me, and he would do that. Believe it or not,
he would. Honestly.
Brian.
But what did I tell you? I never told you 800. I could have done the fucking
dirty but I'm just saying. Brian, I know my doctor and me have a very close relationship because we're honest. You with me? Just arguing. I'm making this up. Let me just get this straight so people will hear. I'm making this up. Just say I was on the crack pipe or something. I would tell my doctor. Someone's probably copy and paste that and make it sound like But I made that up. I'm just telling you that's how close a relationship I have with my doctor. You with me?
Yeah.
I can tell him everything, and he knows when I'm up there or when I'm down there. Do you understand me, Rodney?
Yeah, that's why I said to you, slowly, increase it and see how it goes. And what he's done, I think, is perfect.
Yeah, he's done it this week, and then next week we're going up another 100. We're going up another 100.
Yeah, for a guy like you, 600 should be.
But even people have noticed a difference in me. I've come off the other channels. I have like one or twice been on there, but I'll go on this one and this one only. Yeah, and that's it really. And I'm more than happy.
Brian, right now you're on 500. You're not zombified at all. You're not out of it. You know exactly what you're doing. Yeah.
But you feel a little bit. You feel a little bit more better in yourself. Do you know what I'm on about? I'm sleeping. I slept better. I've slept. Yeah. Well, not without interruptions. But where I'd wake up 5 or 6 times in the night, I'm woke up twice.
Yeah, Brian. But what I think he should do with you, because you're taking all that Zopiclone. I think he should give you the fast release one instead of the moderate release.
Well, no, what they're saying actually, because I had the psychiatrist talk to me. He said to me they're going to try and drop me off a Zopiclone, and because I'm obviously I'm off that lorazepam. I was only on that for 14 days, and they don't want me on that because that's highly addictive apparently as well. Yeah, but try me on this other drug as well to bring down the Zopiclone. If that makes sense.
Which other drug are they going to?
Don't know yet. Don't know yet. They told me, but I can't remember if I'm honest. Yeah.
Was it amisulpride? Because that usually.
That sounded like it. I can't say for sure though.
Yeah. I get you. That one. Yeah. They'll give you probably. Was it like 25 or 50 milligrams of that?
I don't know yet. I've got to go in on Monday. And that's the truth. Don't want to be rude, Rodney. I mean, because I like talking to you. How come you know so much about medication? Because I know my medication.
I researched it because I've been asked to take these kind of things, Brian, and I've researched the hell out of these things.
That's what I do. I don't take nothing. I mean, I've been on the same.
I want to know exactly what I'm taking.
I'm the same.
How to take it and what the side effects are, Brian.
Yeah.
Because all of these have side effects, but you know what, Brian? They're worth it.
I don't get no side effects, unless I am getting side effects, like a mental case, I don't know. But I don't feel I get any side effects from any of them.
Well, that's,
do you know, like, you see, like with Zopiclone, people used to get what they call metal mouth. I don't get that anymore. You'd be, yeah. But
what's
my mates
have like, I never heard of that.
See Zopiclone.
Yeah.
They make you in the morning. It makes you feel like your mouth's very dry, and it's a taste of metal. That we call it, yeah. I used to have that years and years ago, yeah, but I don't get it now because I'm too used to it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. I had that as well. Yeah. I had that with quetiapine actually.
Did you really?
You feel
Yeah.
groggy.
Because
Yeah,
it
you feel
tastes
groggy.
disgusting, doesn't it? It tastes disgusting. And you lose the
Yeah,
taste in your mouth. doesn't
Zopiclone tastes horrible, doesn't it?
It doesn't
mean,
to
if
me
you
now.
take that-
I could chew it. It wouldn't bother me.
Oh, you're
I don't.
joking.
No, but I don't. I
no.
wouldn't. But I could. I couldn't chew. I tried to this vitamin B. You try the smell of it. It just smells awful.
Oh yeah, that kind of fucking staley kind of
Yes,
smell, isn't
horrible.
it? Yeah,
Horrible.
yeah. The fireman's okay though. That's just a normal one. With the quetiapine,
Have you been cunted by me like by anybody like me and Easu lately? Because I've not been a
Hey,
bad.
look, Rodney. You look, Rodney. Look at that screen again. Look at my screen. Yeah, can you not see that's a monitor? Can you see the actual screen? It's an actual screen watching something. Can you see
I
that?
can't see. You know, I told these guys, yeah, I can see a white.
No,
guy
look at
in
the screen now. Look at my screen now. Look at the screen now. Look at my screen now and look what you see. And tell me what you see. It's a
can't see
monitor.
It could be a. It could
My
be a black guy,
face.
It could be a white guy. It could
No,
be
there's look, let's look at it properly. There's no one in the picture. It's a monitor. Look, it's a still image. But if you zoom in closely, you can actually see it's a corner of a bed. Well, a corner of a table. It's a corner of a table. It's a bed with a corner of a table. Look at it properly. It doesn't. But think of it like this. Think of it like this. If that was me in the actual image, do you think I have a camera facing me? Think about it now.
If it was you, we still can't see you.
No, but there's no one in it. That's what I'm trying to show you. I'm literally trying to show you there's nothing in it. Like, it's too funny what they actually think it is. It's really hilarious to think that.
You have the
oh
same.
my God,
you two have the same problem. They want to know who Rodney is, and they want to know who you are. I mean, my picture's out.
But look at this though. Look, they reckon, yeah. First, people say, yeah, it looks like my hand in front of a camera.
What?
No, but look, they say it looks like my hand in front of a camera. Do you think I'm gonna have a camera in my face and then switch my camera on? Doesn't make any sense.
Your picture out there now.
What?
Brian, with everything that's happened with these people online, do you regret putting your picture out now, or you're still okay with that?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do, because they would never have known my family, my kids, etc., 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 etc. You with me? Yeah? Yeah. Of course I do. But I was just being honest. I put my name out there and I put my thingy. Yeah.
You know what? I found being honest online is goes against.
Not a good policy. Not a good
policy.
It
does. It really does. So being honest online will be used against you. That's what I say to people. When people pull their heart, like there's this one, I don't even say her name, but she flipping told people she had killed herself 4 times, and I heard her say that. So like, obviously, if you're pissing me off, what do you think I'm going to say to you? And that's because you put that shit out there. You don't want people to say things like that. Not everyone has a heart like me.
Rodney, I'll show you today. Rodney, today I showed 3 people today, Rodney, right? So Palestinian, I showed Zoubida, and I showed Easu. I sent them. I've had 161 voicemails from Omar today, just alone. No, seriously, no, listen. Plus 67 messages, text messages. Yeah. So I've said, am I lying, Easu? Am I lying, Palestine?
No,
yeah.
That's obsession to a whole new level. I literally saw a
This is
screenshot.
One day. Yeah. I mean, at what point do you realise? And I never answer to one. Not one. Wouldn't answer to one. Yeah. What is wrong with people?
I saw on his channel he was trying to phone you, and you picked up one time, and you told him to get off or something, didn't you? You told him.
Sorry.
I saw on his channel earlier. He phoned you, didn't he? On his channel.
Yeah.
And you told him to. You told him to F off, didn't you?
I told him to fuck up, stop phoning me. I told him 7 days. And I said, I know, as does Easu, knows what he was in prison for. We know what he was in prison for. So does Easu. Yeah. And I'm not being funny. The worst thing it is for me, Rodney, the worst thing you can call someone is a rapist or a nonce. He seems to throw that word out nilly-willy to every single body who says something bad about him, if you notice.
Yeah,
everyone.
I wouldn't call anyone a nonce. I don't use that word.
Yeah,
no, but he does that. Everyone who nonce to him. You're a nonce, I'm a nonce, we're all nonces. That's what he says.
But what I'm saying is, Rat Boy calls everybody one, doesn't he? Let's be honest.
Yep.
I mean, just watch his channel for an hour and see how many times he throws a word out.
Oh, Amy, you're a nonce. Oh, someone say you're a nonce. Oh, Easu, you're a nonce. Oh, Brian, you're a nonce. You're just like, is that the only word in your vocabulary? You flipping idiot.
Can you guys not find any way of like having a truce where you will not contact each other, not speak about
I don't
each other.
contact
And that's
him.
gonna
I've
be
nothing to do with him.
hard for
No,
Omar.
yeah, like an agreement, somebody will mediate, and we'll have an agreement where Brian
Yeah, but
swears
No,
he
the
won't
problem,
no,
the
that's
problem
not
is
gonna work,
Rodney.
man.
and
The
Omar will
problem is
swear.
Rodney. I will block him. I will block him, but then I'll have
He'll still come after you.
he will withhold the number. Now, also, I'll have to answer because it comes up withheld. Now, you might be the doctor that's calling you, or this person that's calling you, or whatever from a withheld number, and it's him.
But
When
what
So
happened
it makes no,
recently,
it makes
Brian?
no point blocking him.
What happened yesterday or today that caused him to call you these many times?
No,
Did
no. What are you talking about? I've got over 1,000 messages and texts from him.
Did you have an argument with him 2 days ago or something?
No, he
Yeah.
kept saying, I've got like, he kept telling me, asking me with this Sharpie, come on my channel, come on my channel, come on my channel, come on my channel. Look, I could show you, Rodney, if I have your email address, or you can have mine.
Brian, do you have trolls? Do you have trolls who are cloning your account and making these messages?
Yes, yeah. No, this is him. This is him.
This is the thing,
Because
they're doing it with me as well. And people believe it. People believe.
Yeah, but this is Rat Boy because he voicemails me. I've had 161 voicemails. You're not listening, yeah? You know, like when you're on WhatsApp. This is all on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And you push and you make the voicemails.
Hmm.
I've got 161.
That
So
is
he
quite
wants to rape my. So he wants to fuck my 73-year-old disabled mum.
Omar has a face that a mother can love.
Yeah, honestly. The geezer isn't. Listen, I might not be right in the head, Rodney, but he certainly ain't right, mate. Honestly. Yeah.
No, you guys online. I mean, I've never seen guys like this online. I mean, anywhere. These arguments. I mean,
Well, this is what I did. I took your advice and I said, well, I'm coming on one person's channel, which is this channel, and I'm staying on this channel.
Brian, you kind of went against the advice.
I fought her twice. Yeah. I got drawn in. Esau told me, do not go on Wendy's. And I fucking did. Like a dickhead. Yeah. This was the other night. And I've been on Jellies. Jellyvisions. And I went on Jellyvision. Jellyvisions, is it? G block, sorry, yeah.
Jelly.
Jellyvision. Jellyvision.
Yeah. I think it's
Velly. No, Velly Vision. Velly Vision, sorry.
Coonie Vision.
It's the Katayapin, Rodney. It's the Katayapin.
His brother's trifle.
You annoyed me tonight. But he actually thinks that was me. I'm like, you can see it's a monitor, you flipping fool. And I know they were all trying to troll me and try to piss me off. It wasn't working. I just proved my point. No.
They desperately want to know who
you know what you
are.
did on your profile? You know when you went up there, what Belly put on there? He changed your name and he put Plug Life. Did you see it?
Yeah. 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 I'm gonna dox Esau now. His name's Christian.
Yeah.
His name's Christian. Yeah.
Christian Daniel.
Do you know what it is? We played with them at Christmas time, Rodney, as a joke. Me and him pretended we fell out bad and we were cunting each other and all this lot. And Christian, I was calling him and all this. And they believed it. Wendy thinks his name's Christian. And it was just a joke. We kept on. And he said, what, this December the 24th is going to reveal it was all a joke, which we did.
And now I'm Indian. And now I'm an Indian man. But now I'm an Indian person, according to this screenshot.
Esau, those pajamas are dodgy. Those tartan pajamas.
Yeah, listen, I had to put something on quick, you know. They were saying, let me see your... Do you know what Mr. Rambo said to me? Rambo said, I want to see your body part. And I asked myself, like, you fool, let me go get some trousers on quickly. No, but listen, he wanted... Do you understand, though? He wanted to chest up. They wanted to have a look here at my legs. They think I'm stupid. I'm like, that's how gay these are. I was trying to prove a point. That, you know, all these men people ask to reveal my face. They have trousers.
But what
but chest up.
What is it though? Why
Because
do they want to know? Rodney
I think
Keane
Rambo's
Rodney
super
Keane is, or you
secretly
are?
fancies me as well, which I think is quite
You know,
creepy.
Brian, they're obsessed with what I look like. You know, they want to
I
know
know.
if I'm white, black, or whatever. I'm saying I'm not telling you it. I'm not telling them anything. You know,
I
it
know.
doesn't matter.
But why?
You know what matters is what comes out of my mouth and
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. You know, it doesn't matter what.
But
colour
you I'm not being funny, Rodney. I'll be honest, because you make me laugh. Yeah, you can be a bit like Easu. I call him a wild horse. You can turn as well on people.
Yeah, you can, Rodney.
I believe
You can,
Rambo is
Rodney.
a bit of a wild horse as well.
Yeah.
Respect definitely is a wild horse. I'll give you that much.
No.
No,
No, do you know the problem? Like Esau was telling me, he used to be okay with everybody, and when everybody turned against him, he thought, "Fuck it, you know, I'm the bad guy."
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
yeah.
But I go,
Basically, why the hell
on
not?
the top three, on the top three,
I'm feeling that
on the
way
top three, Esau takes number 1 spot, Rodney K takes number 2, and Raspex takes number 3.
Hey, Brian, you're pretty much up there too, mate.
No, it's me and Skits. It's actually me and Skits and a few other people. Like, I'm not saying me and Skits don't work with each other, but Skits as well hate it. People forget. There will come a time like Wendy. Like, have you not seen Skits' recent video on Wendy? He's destroyed her and Amy and Raj. Just watch Skits. Everyone subscribe to Skits called Skits. Yeah, he catches the right shit.
I put Brian's name in YouTube and fucking like 100 videos come up.
More than that.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell, Brian, what the hell?
That's obsession. That's obsession, though.
Subscribers now. Fucking hell. I mean,
but that's obsession.
It's all Shell UK though, and Ricky Millwall. There's 2 people.
They're
Shell
obsessed.
UK and Ricky Millwall.
Don't say their names. Just don't say their names. Just say the prostitute. Say that the northern prostitute and that south faggot.
Esau, shouldn't he make a channel now and make some money out of this kind of thing? If he's going to have all
I
those
don't need the
videos
money,
about...
Rodney, I don't need the money. I'm retired. I'm 51. I don't need the money, mate. I'm retired.
No, but it's always handy to have extra. You know, always handy. But I'm saying, if you're going to have 100 videos about yourself up there, you may as well make something out of it.
The last time I counted, there was 267.
Fucking hell.
That was in the.
And she's got more videos than subs. She's got more videos than subs, a stupid bitch.
And that was 2 years ago.
She's actually a retard.
No, I've only been on a year. It's January the 3rd. That's when I met Esau online. When Esau, January, February, with a Brian Harvey interview.
Yeah.
That was on a channel.
And then Wendy's obsession then was Brian Harvey.
YouTube must be loving Brian. I mean, he's creating a lot of videos for them.
I know.
A lot of content.
Bro, I still have people talking about it on other channels. This is really sad. They literally cannot see it's actually a flipping monitor. And I'm just going to laugh at them and just go, do you know what? You lot really are dumb. But good luck. Good luck trying to find a room.
Paper over my camera. I've like
No, but you understand, Rodney. Do you know what I was doing, Rodney? I was taking a piss, Rodney. I was showing a lot of stuff that day on purpose. I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew the camera's facing down low. I knew exactly what was in front of me and exactly what was around me. I was very observant of the light. I knew exactly how bright it was. I had shades down. The room was done properly. The only thing you could see in that is actually another room. But if you can see someone in that,
Let me tell you something, Rodney, how this started. You won't believe
that just shows how crazy people are.
This is how it started, right? Last year, I started to come on January the 3rd. When I say this is how it started, because I bought a guy who's an ex-pop singer onto this fella's channel called Hurle. His name was Hurle.
I know Hurle.
And because I did that, Wendy Wu started her hate campaign, and that's how it started. That was it.
Yeah, I know. I know she was obsessed with Brian Harvey. She made like 100 videos about Brian Harvey.
Yeah.
And then it happened, yeah.
And the only person that backed me said, because they were saying, "Oh, don't bring him on, don't bring him on, don't bring him on." And Esau went, "No, let him come, bring him on, bring him on." The guy said he will.
It's like, Esau, you have no idea what you're doing. She was actually, you have no idea what you're doing if you let Brian speak. Don't let Brian speak on the show. I was like, what is the matter with you, woman?
Brian, you shouldn't have given Real the satisfaction, though. He don't deserve to have.
I did it. I didn't. I
He was
did
a
it for
good
someone
guy,
else.
man.
Someone
He was
else.
a good guy.
I never
He was
did
a
it for
good
him.
guy.
I never did it for
No,
him.
I did
I did it for
that,
someone else. I did it for someone asked me to do it. Someone asked me,
Real
would I
good guy.
get?
Everyone stirred his shop. Everyone was saying how he was doxing and doing. He didn't dox anybody. The only thing he ever done was show proof when people were talking shit, like what Wendy was doing. Everyone was saying that he
No,
doxed this and doxed
we're
that.
gonna
Wendy had a
disagree,
number out
mate.
there already because you had a number,
Trust me,
Brian,
mate.
and
He's
she
not a
had
good
you in
guy.
conversation with her.
He's not a good guy.
I've got hours of conversation recorded with her. I've never put it out there. I could quite easily do it.
Yeah, she knows that's your trump card. That's always been your trump card. Notice
Brian,
when you say that,
you
she
realise,
freezes up.
yeah. Listen, Brian, her talking about calling police on you. You know, you could report her for hate crimes. What she's saying about your mental health.
I have done.
Listen. You know what she's been saying about your and mine mental health? She said about you and me. She made a video saying you and me are crazy.
Crazy nutters. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that video she made about you and me?
I see it. Yeah.
That's a hate crime against you and me.
Yeah. Listen, mate. Honestly,
but she's got mental problems herself.
I'm not going to go into too much detail. I've got 5 prosecutions against 5 YouTubers. Trust me, it takes a little bit longer than it does. I wanted to, but I've got 5 prosecutions against 5 YouTubers. Trust me, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, watch and see what happens because I've recorded everything, honestly, and the paperwork I got.
I don't like the people who break the law and then they try, and then they actually try and use a law against you. Then like Wendy, fucking using hate crimes against you and me.
Oh yeah, but that's nothing. That's nothing what she's done. She
tried to call me racist as well. She tried to say I can't use the N-word because I'm Asian according to my picture. She's fucking insane. She thinks that excuses her saying the N-word. She thinks that excuses the fact that she used it.
That's bad, but it's not breaking the law. What she did with myself and Brian by using our disability against us, that is actually breaking the law.
Oh, she threatened me today online, and I had to say to her, if any harm comes to me, I actually will get her address off Brian and come and see it myself. I don't like saying that, so I wouldn't cause her any harm, but I probably would make her have a heart attack. I.e., I'd bang on her windows or just scare her. Or
if she is racist to you and uses the N-word, then that's breaking the law. That would be, and uses your disability against you, your race or something like that.
Yeah, disability is just bad as racism. It's just bad as racism. Disability crime. It's just as bad as racism and mental health, especially with mental health, because the people can kill themselves over that. You with me, Rodney? The amount of young girls.
She doesn't care about that. Remember, she hates men. Remember, she actually hates. I've noticed now she hates men. There's a recurring cycle. But if you don't notice yet, for her to have black stepsons in.
She calls every man a narcissist. But if you look on her Twitter page, she's got Wendy Met.
She's got 5. She's got 5 Twitter pages.
Yeah, but she's got.
But can I ask a question? How has she got a black stepkids?
She's got victim of a narcissist husband on her profile.
Listen, do you guys actually really believe someone who doesn't say anything about her life? Do you really think her husband's really dead? I'm telling you, her husband's not dead. I'm sorry, I have to put it out there. He left her and she's just scorned.
Let me tell you something.
She's just scorned.
I used to believe it. Now I'm not sure. That's the God's honest truth. I used to, because I believe what people tell you most of the time, didn't you? Yeah, especially about something like that.
What I'm saying, but why would she let that out but not let anything else out? I'm telling you, she hates men. This is what she does. She hates men physically with passion.
She's got this thing about narcissists. She calls everyone a narcissist. She calls
calls me a narcissist.
But she doesn't see it. She doesn't see it in herself. She's the biggest one. Her and Raj are the biggest ones.
Type my name into YouTube, mate. Just type my name into YouTube. You see what I get called.
Brian, but Brian, those videos of you, with where they change the face digitally.
Yeah. And they put me in a straitjacket. They've got one to me in a straitjacket. The only good thing is, once these people are convicted, everything will get taken down. But at the moment, it's laughable. I mean, you see me and
they put your forehead.
Don't worry, Brian. It's just a matter of time. Trust me, their channels don't last long. I promise you that.
I'll tell you what is a funny one if I've ever seen them. The Wasp has done some cartoon characters like Wallace and Gromit. No, they're quite funny. You don't want to be.
Wait. No, listen, Deb, you see the other day, Raspect, remember Raspect's little movie?
Yeah.
Someone took it down for bullying.
Yeah.
But someone took it down for bullying.
Do you know he said he took 4 days to make that? I've never made anything on here yet. I've never done a video, but I
Can I be
make
honest with you?
20
I think took it down. I
It
think
wasn't
Ultra
him
took
that
it
made
down.
it. It wasn't him that made
It
it.
was.
It
It
wasn't
was.
him that
It
made
was.
it.
Listen to it. Do I think
Yeah,
took
it
it down?
wasn't
It was either Ultra, Veli. I don't think it was Veli personally, but I think it was either Ultra secretly
me. Yeah.
or flipping
Well, the Wallace and
the
Gromit
pigeon
was made
maybe.
by Danny Jones, Hoax Police. He made them. The Wallace and Gromit one.
So Brian, do you laugh at some of these videos of you? Or
Yeah.
some of them, but some of them you're offended by, isn't it? Some of
No,
them,
if it involves my kids or my children, that is next level step. Yeah. But like, the ones in the straitjacket, you got to laugh a bit, ain't you? Because I've been in a straitjacket.
No, because they make it look like Frankenstein as well, don't they? They put your
Oh
forehead
yeah.
longer.
Oh, the one who was nasty was the one who just came. See, the Scottish guy who came on. He's done some nasty ones. He sent
Captain.
posters. He sent no, he's the Plisco. Yeah, the one who come on with no, like with the skull face. He was just on. He sent posters to my village when I've been on holiday. He got people to phone up and say I was a fucking child molester and I beat women up.
No way.
Yeah.
That guy loves you. That guy actually loves you. Do you not see his first words? Brian.
He phoned up
everywhere you go.
He phoned up
Brian.
my church. He phoned up.
He's
my
watching
church.
us now, just going to himself. Brian.
Oh no,
Probably beating one off. He's sick and disgusting. I actually get quite creeped out with certain men online.
He phoned up my local village's shops. He phoned up he thought which he phoned up which he thought was the police station. Well, my village, you can type in Great Bentley. It ain't got a police station. Yeah. It was the old police house.
How did you find out about the church? Did they tell you? Do you go to church or something?
I heard the phone call.
Oh my word!
He heard the phone call. He told him I was a wife beater and I abused children. I had child Rodney. I had child protection around my house last week. Child protection, and then I had the two policemen come to my house last week about do I abuse my children because Hoof-Hearted had put out there anybody phone up.
Brian, I can't hear you.
Phone up Chelmsford Social Services and say he abuses his children. Well, they're absolute idiots because the people who were phoning up couldn't even name my children or their ages or what they look like.
The church thing though, that's fucking astonishing.
But Hoof's an arsehole. I hate Hoof. He's one person that I can't wait until I get an actual location on him at 20 or full proper.
It was a Scottish guy though, wasn't it? You said.
Yeah. Yeah, but he lives in Exeter. His name's he goes by the name of Legend Plisco. But if you put in Chock 4 Nuts, he's a 40-year-old gamer. He's very good at Call of Duty. That's what he does. But he spends like 12 hours a day on Call of Duty. That's his channel.
But Brian, I don't get it. What did the police do to this guy for doing that kind of shit?
He's under investigation as we speak. Because what it is, there's five. What it is, Rodney? There's five different counties. 5 of the people I'm prosecuting live in 5 different counties. Yeah, so one's in Essex, one's in Kent, one's in Devon, one's in they're all over. Yeah, one's in Surrey, and then one's in Middlesex. So these 5. Sorry, no, I'm Middlesex. Yeah, I won't go into that one. But there's these different counties, constabularies or what they call them. Yeah, but don't worry, trust me, it's all in hand, mate. Properly all in hand. But then obviously because I had that fucking thing with that bird, that's took over quite a lot of my time. But I mean, even to send posters to my village and hand them round with my face on, with my face on it, in a straitjacket, yeah, and say this man's a danger to children.
In a straitjacket, oh my god! Fuck.
Yeah, proper posters, handing them out, putting them my neighbour's letterboxes.
That's a good thing. Do you know what the good thing is? That they put you in that they showed it with a straitjacket because people think it's a joke then. If they put a real picture of you and a normal picture and it would look serious, yeah.
But he did it twice. The first one was the full picture of me. The one with my Stone Island grey jacket jumper on. That was just the hoodie. That one they put out. That was the first poster. There's been two sets of posters.
That's a worrying one then. If they put a real.
Well, what it was, they sent it to. This is what happened. I never even knew. But they sent it to one of my mate who owns a car showroom. And he phoned me up. He said, "I've had this come through my door." But he then called to... he said it weren't even... They thought that was my car showroom, which it wasn't. And he phoned...
But were they laughing?
He was pissing himself. He said, "You know, what are you doing?"
If he goes on YouTube and watches these videos, he's going to piss himself more, isn't he?
Honestly, the thing is, if there'd have been, say, like there'd been like 10 videos, you could take it seriously. But because there's so many, you can see it's harassment.
But
That's
does
where
your
they-
wife
100%.
see these videos? Brian, does
It's
your-
no, it's
does your-
obsessiveness. It also
does your
shows how
wife see the
obsessed they
videos,
are.
Brian?
Because everywhere
Sorry?
you go, they're listening.
Hold
Yeah.
on,
Everywhere.
Brian. Does your wife see them? Your wife has
Yeah.
seen the videos, yeah?
Now,
she say?
she's seen them the last 3 months since the police have been involved.
What's she saying about this, the videos and all that?
Hates it. Doesn't want me going on YouTube ever. But I said I'll go on one channel, Palestinians, and I'm going to stick to that. Hates it.
But
Embarrassed.
Brian, you broke your word on that one, though, didn't you? You did
I
break your
did.
word.
I went on Jellyvisions. Yeah, and I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because I was talking, and the only reason I went on because I see Easu on there, and I went and
But
spoke
you
to
had
him.
no fun on it. Did you have fun on there?
Yeah, but look what happened. Wendy followed, the Was
You're
followed. That's the whole point I'm trying to make, the Brian Hurle effect.
No,
And the
you were
Esauites, they're suffering.
Rodney, you have seen
They put
it.
you in
It
a kangaroo
becomes the
court
Brian
again.
Hurle show. It becomes the Brian Hurle show. Well, this Palestinian, he's gave me control on here now. Yeah. So anybody who comes, I can just kick them off. It's quite nice. You with me?
But when you were on Vellies, you didn't enjoy it because you were intimidated.
No, because I get that all the time. This is what I do. I call it ganging up on you. Yeah, if you know what I'm on about. You get gang. But then Esau comes on and he goes at them.
Yeah, trust me. That's why I called them all coons earlier on, even fucking Raheem. I was like, for you to even, like, you're supposed to be, you model yourself as being an intelligent black man, but you can't see on you with your own 2 eyes. That's a fucking scream. You're a dumb coon because you're only saying that to either A, wind me up, or B,
I picked it up.
you're jumping on Wendy's bandwagon.
It is a screen.
So I'm going to go with, like, winding up. I'm going to go with, like, they're just trying to wind me up. That's what they were trying to do. But it didn't work. So I was literally like, don't know how you can see an image from that. I'm just so baffled. But that's what happens when you have so much.
Did it start? I've never actually asked you. Has it actually started just because of Reels when me and you went on Reels? Is this when it started? Or was you all right before that?
Well, after the Wendy situation, then I think, I can't remember the exact events, but I know I was at Raj. Yeah, me and Raj went back and forth for ages. And I teamed up with Skits, and me and Amy then, just about parted ways nicely because she was just a piece of shit and I couldn't handle her. And
so what do you think of the Rajinator?
I think he's a man that if he had children...
I like Raj, I do.
No, if Raj had actual physical children, Raj would not do half the things he does online. He actually puts his family at jeopardy. I know, like, everyone knows where he lives. And yet he still continues his bullshit. And he wants to run and get the police involved when, shit hits the fan.
His heart's in the right place. Raj is a
But you know what he should do? He's saying he cares for his family. Yeah, but Rodney, I broke the man down. He turned around and said on Vellies, 2005, his sister was sick. And, like, he went a bit wayward and wasn't able to look after himself, which I'm like, fair enough, he admitted that. You shouldn't say that to me because she needed him in 2014.
My problem with him, Esau,
she
my
needed
problem
him in 2014.
is he says he's a Spurgus. He's got a Spurgus.
Yeah, he uses that.
Now,
he uses that. He does use that.
He is not autistic. I can tell an autistic person in 10 seconds. He's not got autism. And I don't care what anybody says.
Really, Brian, what do you think? He's got OCD or something like that?
Listen, I think he's a fantastic drawer if he does do them drawings. Yeah, he's absolutely
don't
artistic.
People with Asperger's have, like, a special talent.
Some do, some don't. Depends on what scale. It's called the autistic spectrum disorder. Then you've got your Asperger's, because my son's Asperger's. Yeah, and there's certain traits. I can tell an autistic person in 10 seconds. Listen, I've been in it 26 years. My boy's 26, my boy's 22, and my boy's 11. Yeah, all autistic. Some severe, some not. But my middle boy's Asperger's. I can tell straight away he's not autistic. Yeah, he's not. I promise you. And he's definitely not Asperger's.
They misdiagnose him, maybe.
They can misdiagnose. Yeah, they can misdiagnose because he can hold a lot of Asperger's people are antisocial. Believe it or not, they're not social people. Yeah, he couldn't. My boy couldn't sit for 12 hours on a panel like he can. No way.
Yeah.
And go and look at it. Honestly, I'm not trying to big myself. I'm an expert on autism because I live it every day. I live it every day.
Well, to go to Speaker's Corner, I mean, the average person can't go to Speaker's
You
Corner.
couldn't. An autistic person wouldn't even do it. They've got no social skills, got no communication skills. The sound levels as well, because they can't tolerate that type of sound. Yeah, all people talking like that, they would melt. They would melt. I mean, not being funny, he goes there like he's going there like he's a policeman with a body cam and armor and all. it's like, no, seriously. Have you ever seen anyone? I know, like Palestinian goes like a ninja, but the guys that goes there like wearing body cams and all this lot. I mean, what the fuck? I asked him, have you actually ever finished one of them drawings? Because I'll buy one off you. I said to him, yeah.
Wow.
He never got back to me.
I mean, he has got one fantastic talent.
If that's
Those
his drawings, he is the bollocks. Let's be honest.
No, he
I mean,
doesn't.
did you see
They're
the one
whack.
of Gandalf? The one of
Sorry?
Gandalf. Oh my god.
Absolutely, and all sketches as well. Sketches. I mean, like honestly, unbelievable. If he's drawing them, he could sell them easily. Easily sell them,
Like,
and that's what I would be doing.
9 out of 10 are fantastic. I've seen 1 or 2 that I didn't like, to be honest with you, but I think he's the best drawer I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I just know, honestly.
When it comes to pencil drawings, yes.
Sketching. Sketching.
Not painting. We're talking sketching.
Sketching with a pencil.
He is the
I
best.
don't know.
Oh my word!
I know some really good artists. I can't say their names. But I know some really good
but there is a boy. Now listen, there's this black fella. He's 22 now. He's autistic, and he's got a photographic memory. Everyone probably knows him. They put him up in a helicopter for 25 minutes. Literally just flew around London, and off memory, he drew the whole of London on a 24-foot. You know,
Brian,
yeah.
That was New York. That was New York. I remember that one.
But he done the London one as well. Yeah.
Oh, right. But the New York one.
He done the New York one, yeah. But you watched the London one. He was one window out, like on St Paul's Cathedral. That was only the mistake that he made and it's 24 foot was this picture, this sketching on pencil.
Christ.
Unbelievable. Look it up, yeah. Autistic boy draws London, and all they did was take it up in a helicopter for 20 minutes.
But you know, the thing, Brian, in the future, in the past, people like that would get the best of jobs because they can do something that most of us can never do, yeah. But in the future, because of the way technology is, even people like that could be made, obsolete. Yeah. Because if we're going to have robots and computers doing everything, so
I heard this conversation you had with someone, and honestly, people got no idea. In Japan, they've got a company, Cybertronics, called Cybertronic Teletronics, unit. They have got stuff, and people 50 years ahead of what me and you can even think of on robotics. I swear to God.
Have you seen that YouTube video of the robots dancing?
That's nothing, mate.
No, but Brian, do you know that scares the? Yeah, but do you know that scares the fucking?
They are starting to think. Yeah,
because now we're useless. We're all useless.
Yes, they've got robots now. Honestly, that can talk. Obviously, talk and think. Start to think. What the fuck is that? But people got no. And this is Japan and China as well.
Do you know what we've got to do? We got to stop that progression, haven't we? Because it's going to make us. It's going to.
Is it technology? Are you stopping technology though?
Hey, we still outnumber these guys. So
yeah. But these are like humanoids, like from like you see sci-fi films and stuff like that. People got no idea the technology. These look and they've actually got skin. Yeah,
but
growing.
Brian, don't
skin
scare the
on
shit
them.
out of you for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Worries for my children. Away from the children. Yeah, away from the children. When they've actually they grow the skin on them. They take the skin from an animal and they can grow it on these robots. I mean, how scary is that? Yeah,
that's fucking terrible.
Look like a person. Yeah, their hair grows and stuff like. And people got no idea.
You can program these to work 12-hour shifts and
24 hours. 24. They work 70. They work every single hour of the day. They don't need a break, ever. Ever. They don't need a break. Yeah, they can do every job. Every job that we can do, they can do it better.
Yeah, this is the thing.
That's the problem.
And then eventually, You know, eventually they'll be fucking doing robot football games instead of the real
They've
one.
done it. No, they've been doing that for years. Robot football games. People think that's new. That's not. They've been doing it for 10 years. I'm talking about properly walking down the street, having a conversation, having with a person. You with me? Coming out your
There'll be
house, locking the door.
robot fucking boxing bouts.
Honestly,
Yeah.
men, and these aren't. They don't look like robots. They look like
How
people.
long do you think it'll be before, like, it'll be a man against a fucking robot in a boxing ring? Who knows?
The thing is, they're hiding the technology at the moment. They're hiding the technology. Obviously, they've got the main thing is the war. Is the war?
Area 51, is it in America?
Area 51, Groom Lake. Yeah, no, that's just that's a testing ground. That was a testing ground. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about. Cause I know a little bit about Area 51. They done a thing called the Blackbird. Never heard of the Blackbird. It was called the Aurora Project. Right now, this plane like could fly faster than it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous speed. I can't remember what it, but it's ridiculous speed. Now they spent years doing this. They made the Blackbird, and all of a sudden they chopped the project for no reason whatsoever. And it looked like it was called the Aurora Project, and it looked like a triangle. So it looked like a spaceship, but it weren't. Obviously, then they got the U2 projects that come up where everything's drones now. Everything's drones. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing.
And they didn't want anybody to find out about this technology, how these things are made.
No, yeah, Area 51 is a technical. It's with a company. They're in company with a company called Skunk Works. Believe it or not, that's the name of the company. Yeah, obviously BAE are quite big into it as well. They're all part of it. Yeah, but it's just Area 51 Groom Lake, which is actually Area 51. Isn't Area 51? It's called Groom Lake. It's just a place where they're building technology for warfare. But what they've got under there, we'll never know. We'll never know because you're not allowed nowhere near there.
And I'd say people who worked there from before disappear.
Well, they've flown in. Every day they've flown in.
No,
there was a guy.
Where did they go after? Because you never.
Well, there was one guy. I can't remember his name. There was one guy who said he worked there. Right. Anyway, he came out, said the same story for the last 30 years, and he worked at like you heard at MIT, like in America, like one of the big technology, one of the bigger Ivy League schools. Yeah. Anyway, they wiped his history that he ever went there. They wiped his history that he ever worked at Skunk Works. They wiped his history that he ever worked at Area 51. And he took someone there, or not took someone there, but he described every single what was inside. Now, if he didn't work there, he couldn't describe everything that was inside there. The spaceship thing, that baffles me, because that I wonder, is that true or not? I don't know. I don't know if you've heard of reverse propulsion. Have you heard of it? Reverse propulsion, where it's anti-gravity. Well, reverse propulsion is anti-gravity, where you can fly and you don't need fuel. It's all done on magnetic, and it's called reverse propulsion. Quite deep. I don't know much because I'm not intelligent enough to know it. But basically, you don't need fuel. Yeah. Same thing with Tesla. Like Tesla, what happened to Tesla? You know, obviously heard of Tesla.
Yeah.
What happened to him? I mean, he locked himself in his room for 5 years, and then suddenly died, and all his patents went missing. But he had engines that run on water. He designed engines that run on water, but they wouldn't obviously allow it because of oil companies. But he actually designed engines for cars 40 years ago that could run on water.
I mean, these things that are going on in the world. I mean, there's cures for cancer. There's cures for AIDS as well. But if you came out with the cure for AIDS right now, these pharmaceutical companies would hunt you down and fuck you up.
Yeah, completely. Well, I've been in dispute with which Smith, GlaxoSmithKline, because I'm big against MMR jabs because of the mercury. I believe it's the mercury in the jabs that's giving the children autism. That's my belief. That's just a personal belief. So I'm in dispute with them. I'm taking.
Many people believe that. You're not the only one who believes that. Many people believe the jabs cause autism.
It's a jab. I believe it's a jab. It's the mercury. It's the mercury in the jabs that give you gastronomical problems. That leads to the brain and the blood cells, and that causes autism. 3 of my kids had the jabs. I've got 4 boys. 3 boys had the jabs. My youngest boy, who's 4, has never had any jab in his life, and he's autism free.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. And he's 4 years old now, autism free. The other 3 boys, as soon as they had the jab, within 24 hours, lights out. But I'm big in the autistic world, so I've researched. I mean, Mum's done it for 41 years, researched autism. But we're trying to take GlaxoSmithKline, beat them. Like, but we're not going to win. You'll never win because you never beat these companies. Got too
No,
much
you
money.
can't beat them. I mean, the thing is, if you even came close to beating them, they'll do something to you.
They would. They kill you.
Yeah, they'll
And
kill you, or they'll
that's not being
discredit you
conspiracy. That's not being
blindly.
conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
They would.
It's not. It's not good. They would.
I'll give
They
you
would.
the statistics. This is the God's honest truth statistics. And I know you didn't do so much research before 1967. 1967, in England, 1 in 5,000 children had autism. Now it's 1 in 56.
Oh my God.
That
What
is,
the fuck?
and I can show you. I'll happily show you the real stat of that. 1 in 56 children in this country have autism. Mainly boys. For some reason, mainly boys. Yeah.
What the
Like
hell?
8%. Yeah, but it used to be in 67, 1 in 5,000.
Oh my God. That's fucking. That
Tell
is
me that's
crazy.
tell me that's
Absolutely
tell me that.
crazy.
And that's facts. You can go and check that with me.
Yeah, I believe it. You know, looking at what's out there in the world and looking at society, I probably
America's worse. America's worse. America's 1 in 44. America's 1 in 44 now. Worst country in the world. And there's a guy called Dr. Andrew Wakefield. If you get to look up Dr. Andrew Wakefield report, he was like, they got the Lancet. I've only heard of the Lancet magazine. It's a medical magazine, the oldest one ever, called the Lancet.
Yeah,
and he done a report, the Lancet report. Dr. Andrew Wakefield said 20 years ago, it's the mercury. It's the mercury that's causing the autism. And he was struck off. He went to America. And then they'd done the Finland report and the German report. And then they'd done the Israeli report that prove, without a doubt, it's the mercury and the autism. And Dr. Andrew Wakefield has now been proven right. And that's out there. You can just read that. Yeah. Terrible. Because there's no cure for autism. No cure.
No, there isn't. But does it get better? It gets better, doesn't it?
You can have a routine. If you're out of the routine, you have to work very, very hard on it. It depends how high you are on the spectrum disorder. It really, how high you are. Because we look at it, we grade it maybe more like 1 to 30. So 1 being the lowest. That's like it can. I think I got slight autism. Yeah, I think so. I've never been diagnosed. But someone like the 30, like you call 30, they're non-verbal. They have to wear masks. They have to wear boxing gloves, and because they're violent and they don't speak, and they're just rocking, and it's horrible. It's just such a horrible way of life, and it's so hard for them parents. It's unbelievable. You with me? But then I've got my other boy would be about 15. My oldest is probably about 15. You with me? But he's got no social skills. He's 26. He didn't have a girlfriend. Ever had a girlfriend until he was 23. Couldn't hold a conversation.
Does he work?
Never go. No, never going to work.
You don't think he has the ability to work, or?
I put him on a security. I put on a security thing in a Tesco's. All he had to do was sit down on at the front, with another security guard, and sit there. And he just acted like a dickhead, basically. Just lasted 3 days, sacked, gone. Yeah, he can't.
What was it? He argued with people, or was it just he?
No, he was going around chatting up women, saying inappropriate things to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? No, he couldn't. No, as I say, this is how bad he's out there. So I said it last year. We put him into. He lives with his mum, and for the first time, we put him into a care-assisted unit, like sort of a 12 unit, 12, 14 flats. He was at the top. He had like a big bed set. Everything was there. Little flat, we called it. And he was there a week. But they were letting 3 ex-prisoners out, and they come into the flats, and they bullied the fuck out of him. He tried to hang himself. Thank God we got to him in time.
Okay, how did they let people like that around him?
Well, they should never have been there. We was under the impression that it was there just for learning difficulties, what they call not severe learning difficulties, and autistic children. But they also had placements, we didn't know, for 3 ex-prisoners coming out on parole. Yeah, and they just bullied him, took his cigarettes off him, took his TV. I didn't know this within
But I
3
hope there
days.
were consequences for these guys.
Oh,
Were
yeah.
there?
Yes, there was.
So they went back behind bars.
Damn
I
right.
think.
But there were consequences, let's say, Rodney.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I mean, that
But
depresses the fuck out of me. To hear something like that actually kind of devastates me, to be honest.
yeah,
people
and
can
then
be
I got people like on certain channels saying, "Oh, your son's a failure because he didn't kill himself." Dickheads.
Well, Brian, I tried to do it to myself, so
Yeah.
you
The
know.
thing is, when you get to that point, and I mean, let's say he weren't crying out for help. You with me? He noosed himself. Yeah, he was just luckily he had a girlfriend. That's why we put him in the unit, because he had a girlfriend who's from Liverpool, and thank God she saved him. And it was people think I'm making it up. It was Conquest Hospital down in Hastings. That's where the unit was. But the drive down, I'm thinking, is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? It took me 2 or 3 hours to drive there. Awful, awful. And now that's on his record for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life, he's embarrassed to fuck. But it weren't his fault.
Well, I don't think
I've been
he shouldn't
sectioned
be
twice.
embarrassed.
I've told you. I've seen people like I've been in a section unit twice, as I've told you, Rodney. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I've seen girls because they're mixed. You're not in the. I assume when I went, there would be women would be one end and men. They're not. They're mixed.
Oh, Brian, believe me, I saw a woman patient in there having sex with a guy in the hospital.
I see one woman. She cut her wrists, got a vein out, and like she drew something like "Thou shalt, God, thou shalt" on the wall. Horrendous.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, you know the staff are terrible in those places, Brian.
Mate, well, do you know what? When I was in there the second time, that was in Colchester, and they had, because there's a barracks there, they had a couple of young lads who were given proper service. They were like, from the army in Iraq. They come out. They were 22, 23. Fucked up, mate. Proper fucked up. You with me? Didn't know what day it was. They drugged them up to the nines, and they got proper extra care. But the staff, I mean, all this, they were trying to make me go to bed at 10 o'clock. I wasn't doing it. You've been like, I don't, you know, like you got a TV, haven't you? Got little,
they closed the day room.
I call them cells.
About 10.
Yeah, I call them cells. They were like little cells. You with me? They weren't like, yeah, one man.
Did you have your own shower though, Brian? Did you have your own shower?
No, I just had like what I call a cell. It was like a prison, like a cell. Yeah, I know they call them rooms, but it was like a bed, no TV, nothing like that. I was allowed my phone and my laptop. Yeah, a television, which was in the main area. No, didn't have my own shower. And then they had separate shower rooms and a little garden that you could go out during the day. But all you did was smoke all day. That's all you did.
Oh, were you allowed out? Like, was the garden open all the time? Was it?
No, I'm on about that was on the unit, on the unit. What I call the wall.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But were you allowed in the garden whenever you wanted, or
whenever you wanted to, all day long?
Oh, the one I went to, they only allow you in the garden like for 10, 20 minutes at a time. You know.
Oh no, there was like a door, and you could just go out there and sit. But there were people what I call off with the fairies walking around. Didn't know what day it was. I thought this ain't for me. You know what I mean? I ain't as bad as these people.
Me too. No, even some of the people in there said to me, oh, "What are you doing in here?" You know.
So that's I was, but yeah, but I had to stay there. I had to stay there. I had the 72-hour assessment. Yeah, then they kept me for another 2 days. Yeah, I was only in there a short period of time.
Yeah, I was voluntary in there though. I could.
No, I was sectioned. They probably took me away because it took 2 psychiatrists to come. Yeah,
I was there twice. I could have left any time I wanted. I did check myself out.
Well, that's good on you for doing that. That's good on you for doing that. Do you hear me? Because I'm not being funny. My wife visited me. I was so drugged up. I can't even remember her visiting me. They give you that much medication.
This is why did they drug you up that bad? Do you know what it is?
Sorry?
They don't want to. They shouldn't drug people up that bad that you can't remember. You know, seeing visitors or anything like that.
Yeah, but I can't really remember. I can remember things about it, but I can't remember my wife. Certain things I can't remember.
Do you know what I think that is?
I wouldn't want to go back.
Lazy. They don't want to deal with the patients, so they just drug them up and push them to one side. That's what it is.
Have you always suffered mental health?
Yeah, I think I have all my life. I remember anxiety when I was just starting.
And do you think it's hereditary?
My aunt suffered from bad depression, and they suspect that she actually killed herself. They don't know though. It was an open verdict.
So years ago, they used to just give you Valium. Remember the old Valium? You give the mums. You with me? Yeah.
Yeah, they give me Valium. They put me on like I had at one point 30 milligrams a day of Valium.
Fucking hell. That's a lot.
That's fucking high, isn't it? But I'm down to 16.
Fucking high, mate.
Yeah, I'm down to 16 now.
But they reckon what? They reckon what? One in 5 have mental health issues now. Is it down to 1 in 5, 1 in 6?
No, 1 in 4 in their lifetime.
1 in 4.
At some time in their lifetime, so it's not 1 in 4 right now. But every person.
Easu, have you got mental health problems now, Easu?
No.
I'm
completely crazy. I just have no emotion. I just have no emotion for certain people and no love.
Easu, if myself and Brian have mental health problems, then you do too.
Huh?
You have them too.
No, of course not. I'm more honestly, because you guys are being so open about it, I'm just listening and just take it in. I would say be careful because it could be used against you, but like I'm more concerned about other people's people suffer from Easu.
You're right not to. If you did.
Okay, Rodney, would you say, since you've been online, you can detect somebody who's off their trolley?
Yeah.
Michael, yeah. Is there a few on there or what?
Okay, I can mention them, yeah. Right.
Yeah, you can.
Respect ADHD, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And possibly OCD as well, for
Yeah.
respect. Jedi narcissistic personality disorder, 100%.
Yeah.
Narcissistic pole does so as well.
Wendy is depression.
She's very depressive. She's severe depression. Acute. I'd say it's acute depression.
Yes. And Jupiter narcissist as well, 100%.
But I think she's an attention seeker. She's more of an attention seeker, Jupiter.
Yeah, she's possibly.
She's what I call a Billy No Life. A Billy No Life.
She's possibly another ADHD actually. Who else should we say? Who else are we talking about?
The pigeon.
Yeah, I can see the problems in many of these people online. Many of them.
Do you think Omar's narcissistic?
No, Omar's a good guy, you know. He means well, but he has a temper. He has a hot temper, doesn't he? You know, and he says what he thinks. So this makes me think he is a good guy. You cannot say
he's a good guy when he attacks so many people, innocent people. If you're attacking innocent people like he does, and we're not talking 10, 20, you and me, he goes after people who just make one comment bad about him. I mean, what does that show you, behaviour-wise?
I don't know, Brian. He's always been all right to me. Yeah, he's been all right to me, though. You know, so I've not seen that side of him. You know, I've not experienced it. I had a little thought.
No, but you've seen it. You must have seen it.
Well, I've seen him beef with people, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say he's got mental health problems. I can't say that. What I'd say is he's got a temper. He certainly has a temper. He does. But there's other people. I mean,
Simon Lord. Simon Lord.
I don't think he's mentally ill, to be honest with you. Not Simon Lord.
He's definitely HIV sick.
No, come on.
He is.
I see a picture today.
And he doesn't look well. To me, well, forget about him.
I do think that Wendy Wu has serious depression issues.
She does. Do you know? Like 2 years ago, she was on Betty's. I don't know if you know Betty, the black girl.
No.
Yes. She used to be around these streams about a year ago. She stopped coming on here, really.
Was she on Will's channel? The two black girls, Fluffy, Brown, and that lot. Is that the one we're talking about?
I don't know if she was on. She possibly was on Reels, but she's from Manchester. She has got one temper on her. Wow. But she was good mates with Wendy for a while.
Yeah.
And Wendy, you know, I'd see Wendy on that channel, and one time I mentioned about my depression on there, and she sympathised with me and said, "I know how you feel, love," something like that. And I said, "Antidepressants don't work," and she said, "That's true." And she denies this now, Brian. I brought this up to her. She denies that was her who was speaking to me, but it was her.
Here comes Wendy Woo. I've got to give her a chance to come in. Okay.
Why is she following her? For fuck's sake.
You see, this is a sickness. Her following.
Easu psoriasis, the Brian Hurle effect.
No, guys, if you don't like somebody, why would you be watching them?
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Easu psoriasis, the Brian Hurle effect. They're suffering.
I've let her in. So I'll listen to what she's got to say. She's going to go at you. I'm telling you now, Rodney, she's going to go at you, mate.
She's going to deny that. I know, Brian. Why would I make that up? Wouldn't I make it up?
You wouldn't make it up. No, listen, you would.
Brian, if I was going to make up about her mental illness, wouldn't I make it up to be more bad? Like,
of course you would. You'd call her schizophrenic or psychotic. Yeah,
I'd say all that. But wasn't that very mild what I said? You know, wasn't that just a fucking everyday kind of thing?
Yeah.
Go on, Wendy.
Yeah, that is no major issue. Hey, she's here now. No, but
hello,
she Wendy.
Me crazy.
Hey, Rodney.
Oh God,
Rodney.
what do you want?
Yeah, Wendy.
Where's Nigerian husband?
No, give her a chance to speak.
What you've done, Rodney, is you've mistook me saying, that people sometimes get confused with depression. What you have is you can wake up one day and you're feeling low, a bit fed up. And that can last for about 3 days, and then all of a sudden you perk up and you're fine, right? And then you get what I refer to as real depression, and then you get chronic depression, and that's what me and Betty were talking about, Rodney.
So Wendy, you have real depression as well?
No, I don't have any depression at all.
Lies.
Wendy.
No, what I have is Graves' disease.
Wendy.
No, you have on tablets.
Hold on, Easu. Wendy,
I don't have a lot of choice because I don't have a thyroid. So.
Yeah, but Wendy,
I have to take a thyroid tablet.
You called me crazy because I mentioned about having depression and being on tablets. Now, can you explain how I'm?
Yeah, but you act crazy, Rodney. You act crazy.
So do you.
No.
So do you, Wendy. You act like a lunatic.
No, I don't act crazy. What I do is I defend myself, Brian.
No, you don't.
Like there's Easu now, having a fit in the background for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. I haven't said
I'm having a fit in the background, aren't I?
Why do you want to find out so much information on people, Wendy, all the time?
Well, I've got some news for you, Brian.
Yeah.
I got some news for you.
Yeah.
What I did was, because you gave me a name, and you said you'd rang up the Nigerian embassy.
Yeah.
So I rang them.
I know you would.
And I gave the name.
Yeah, I know you would. I wouldn't know you do that.
Did you know that everyone who works in the embassy, down to the cleaner even, has to sign the Official Secrets Act?
No.
Did you know that, Brian?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Wendy, where are you going with this? Because it's not.
Yeah, go on, Wendy.
I'm not asking Brian a perfectly. Hang on, I'm being perfectly polite. And I'm asking Brian. I'm just telling Brian what I found out.
Well, she would go to the Nigerian embassy and check it out. She's a fool. She thinks I'm stupid. I gave her a name of Bengali.
So Brian. So what I did was I rang them up, and I gave that name. And I said that he was passing very personal information on to you. And I gave them your name and your address also, right?
So why would you try and get the guy in trouble? This guy.
So then, after I finished with them,
why would you try and get
Rodney, shut up. After I finished with them, I then rang the Home Office.
Crazy bitch.
Yeah.
And I did exactly the same because you mentioned the Home Office also, didn't you?
Obsession.
I said that Hector had not taken the UK British and citizenship.
No, you said you had
He
a
hasn't
man
taken it.
and you gave a name and you said works in the Nigerian embassy
Yeah,
and
Bengali.
the Home
That
Office.
was a made-up name.
And
That
the
was a made-up
Home
name.
Office.
That's correct.
Well,
That's
if
correct.
it's made up, you're going to have to tell them it's made up.
Of course, it was made up, Wendy. You don't think I knew you would have done
Well, you're
that?
gonna
Am I
have to
that
tell them because they
stupid?
got your
I will
name
do.
and they
I'll
got
tell them
your
I've got-
address.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, I've got 12 months of recording you, and and your lies, and your
Look!
fucking-
I don't care. Look, Brian, you're not understanding me.
I
don't care what you
completely,
think
Wendy.
you've got. I'm telling
know
you
what I've
what I've done, so
I
you're
know you've done
prepared.
that. Yeah. All right,
Why did you run away from Glenn the other night? Why did you run away from
Where's your
Glenn
black
the other
husband?
night?
Where's your black
He's a
stepchildren?
racist liar.
No,
Glenn's
Brian,
not
ask
a
her
liar.
black
Why did you run
stepchildren.
away from him?
Brian, ask her black stepchildren are.
Why did you
Ask
run?
her.
Oh, and you, Esau.
Ask her where her black
Yeah?
stepchildren are.
Watch
what
that.
Where are your black
Don't F with
stepchildren?
cats. Watch,
Have you
don't
got
F with
No,
cats, Esau.
watch Tiger King,
Yeah.
sorry.
You think
Carol
I'm
Baskin.
Look at
kidding,
my
don't
screen,
you,
Wendy.
Esau? You
Watch
think
Tiger
I'm
King.
joking? I'm not.
Look at my screen, Wendy.
If
That's an Asian
Brian,
man on the screen.
hang on. Let's get this right. So,
Oh yeah, where's your
if
black husband,
Brian
Wendy?
is half as good as
Are
he
you married to a
claims
black
to
man,
be,
Wendy?
hang on.
Are you married
If
to a black man,
Brian
Wendy?
is half as good as he
Are you
claims to
married
be,
to a black man, Wendy? Yes or
he
no?
will
You said you
know
got black
I'm not
stepchildren.
joking. No, I was
You said
never
you got
married
black
to a black
stepchildren.
man. Sorry.
Wendy, there's nothing.
So how can you have
do
black
to
stepchildren
me.
then?
You are
How
a
would you have
bully,
black
Wendy.
stepsons?
I've got a not a private. I've got a prosecution police against
So
you,
how would you have
Wendy,
black
idiot.
stepsons, Wendy?
None of your
To
damn
have
business.
to have black stepsons, you have to be
Stephen.
married to a black man. You fool!
No,
you can't
none of
be a
your business,
stepmother.
Stephen. None of your business,
Oh,
Stephen.
it's Christian.
It was Christian.
You
Wendy,
crazy
why do you follow me
motherfucker.
everywhere? Why do you follow me everywhere?
Yes. Why do you follow Brian everywhere?
Well,
I
I'll
think
tell
she's
you,
anti-you,
I
Brian.
wanted to prove a point. I knew
No,
at
you
some
need
point
me.
you'd
You need
start
some D. You need
gossiping.
some D.
And
You need
lo
some
and
D in your
behold,
life.
what happened?
You need some D in your life. That's what
You
it
need
is.
some
Why
D.
can't
You
you
like
do
the
a
D.
stream
You need
without
some
talking about me?
You're
Why
slurring
Would
is
you like the
Esau
D?
Why are you slurring
It's
your
a
words?
dream team,
Would you
isn't it?
like the D?
So Brian,
Yeah.
what are you
Slurring
going to
your words,
tell?
Wendy.
What
Do
are
you
you going
want
to
some
tell
D?
the
Get a
Home
drink, Wendy.
Office when they turn up at your house, Brian?
Did you have a vodka, Wendy?
Mm.
You've been
The
drinking.
Home-
Brian?
She's been drinking again. She's been drinking again.
No, I
The
don't
Home-
drink.
been
So
drinking.
Brian,
Office is gonna turn
these
up at my house.
people,
Drinking and pills.
you know, these people
She
are
has been
taking it pretty
drinking. She has been drinking.
seriously
Listen to her voice.
because everyone signs the
She had
official
one too
Secrets
many
Act, Brian.
sherries.
Everyone
Fucking morning,
signs the
Wendy.
official Secrets Act, Brian.
It's
What
the
are you going to
morning,
do?
Wendy. You should be drinking so early.
really
Man.
thinks
Fuck's
that
sake.
the guy
Brian.
from Bengali.
Brian, you're obsessed. She needs a
You
man
are
so
See?
badly.
Wendy.
Yeah, but
The-
you were claiming, wait a minute, you were claiming you knew about Hector because of
I know he's
some
not took the
guy
test. I know
that
he's not took the
worked
test.
in the Nigerian embassy and the Home Office.
I
So
know
what
about
I'm
Hector.
telling
He
you
gave me a
is,
parking
when
ticket.
they come and knock on your
I got a
door,
parking
you're
ticket
going to
for
have to
Hector. That's how
explain
I
it,
know
aren't
about
you?
him.
I will
You have
say,
to put his
hello
name
there.
on the
You
parking
may
ticket.
come into my house and have my
Oh.
goat, but you not take my wife and children.
Hang on,
But
I
you may
thought you
come
didn't.
and
I
see my
thought you
goat.
weren't a racist. I thought you
I'm
weren't a
telling you what the
racist.
Nigerians talk like. Can I
Yeah,
do an
and
impression? Is that
also
okay?
you ran away
Like-
from
like you
Glenn,
talk
didn't
like.
you, Mr. Big
No, I
Man?
didn't run
You
away from
ran
Glenn. Glenn's a
away from
53-year-old
Glenn.
liar who says he's a fucking
Couldn't
bodyguard.
take it, could you? Couldn't
No, he's
take
a
it.
liar.
Ran away from
He's a
it.
liar. Didn't run away. You were begging. There were 63 messages from you and Jupiter. Come on the panel. Come on the panel. Come on the panel. Stop begging me, Wendy. You're
Wait a
embarrassing
minute. Wait a
yourself.
minute.
Stop begging
Wait a
me.
minute, Brian.
Wendy, you've
Brian,
got
wait
to
a
stop
minute.
begging me. You're making
I
yourself
didn't want
sound like
you
a
on the
prostitute.
panel. Hang
You're
on.
begging me all
Wait
the
a
time.
minute.
You're
I didn't want
prostituting
you on
yourself.
there. If
You-
it wasn't for Glenn, who wanted you on there to get
How about all
to
the- you're a coward.
so you
You're
could
a coward.
answer
You're a
for your
coward. You're a
lies.
coward. Esau
So
told
you
me,
could
don't go on
answer
there,
for
Brian.
your
You're
lies.
trying just to do it.
Yeah.
No, Wendy, you're
What are you
prostituting
doing?
yourself.
What are you doing?
You're
Targeting
prostituting
Glenn.
yourself, Wendy.
Why were you targeting Glenn?
What? He called me.
Why did you target Glenn?
He called me, as I showed you, and as
You're
usual,
a liar.
you don't
You
show
sent
the
him
evidence.
a Facebook message. You sent him a Facebook message.
Did he call me,
Why?
Wendy? Did he call me,
Did you
Wendy?
not send him a Facebook message?
Yes, I did. Did he call me
Why?
first, Wendy?
Why?
None of your business.
Haha, because you targeted him,
Didn't she
you?
don't she try and be the Miss I know it all, yeah? This is the one who says I'm going to
Because
send
I
Tommy
do
Roberts.
know it all.
listen,
That's why.
Bring Tommy
'Cause
to
I
my
do
house.
know
I'll
it
show
all.
him 2 lovely videos. Yeah. Yeah, you don't frighten me, Wendy. Yeah, you don't frighten me. You try and frighten
Brian, I'm not trying to frighten you.
She's a
Here you
piece of
do.
shit. That's what she is.
Yeah, last year she was asking my advice on autism for a grandchild. Was you not, Wendy? Or do you want me to show people
Oh, is that the 10-year-old you're going to ruin, Brian?
See how she changed it, Rodney?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mentioned her again, not me. I didn't mention
begging
her.
for my help last year.
I
begging me
did
for
not
her.
mention her. You have.
No, you.
Why? Why
mention
have
who?
you mentioned her again?
Because you asked me to help you, Wendy. Yeah? And when I said I'd give you some help...
No, I
yeah,
was playing a game until I found out who you were. I told you this.
You knew who I was.
Don't lie, Wendy. Wendy, stop that lying, for fuck's sake.
No,
Stop
no,
it.
I'm
He
not. I'm
helped
not
you.
lying.
No,
I'm
he
not
helped
lying.
you.
He knows
No,
I'm not lying.
No, he helped you with a problem, and now you've thrown it back.
No,
in his
he didn't
face.
help me with no problem.
He did help.
No, he didn't
Clearly,
help
he
me
helped
with
you.
no
Everyone
problem.
on here knows he helped you.
No, he didn't help me with a problem.
Everybody knows I helped
Why
you,
would
Wendy.
you
Everybody
make that
knows
up,
you follow me
I
around
played
like a
along
stalker.
until
You are like a
certain people
stalker.
found
You're not
out
that
who
clever,
he
Wendy.
was.
You begging
Why
me.
would
You
you-
Yes,
used to
until
beg
we
me
found
every
out
day
who
to
you
go on your
were.
channel.
And
Why
I'm
would you make
about
it up
to
about
do
your
the
grandchild?
same with Esau. Isn't that
No,
right,
you
But
wouldn't
you don't know
make
Stephen?
who
that up
Esau
about your
is.
grandchild. Don't lie. You wouldn't make that
I'm
up
going to
about your
make it
grandchild.
my job to find Esau.
Good luck on that one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like at Christmas time, you thought he was Christian. You called him Christian for 4 months.
The thing is, though, now I have a picture to go by. I also have the fact that he claims he was in the TA, right?
Well, like you claimed
So
he was
that's
in the
two
army.
pieces.
Never lie there.
That's
Never lie there.
two pieces
Never lie
of
there.
information. So I've already started sending out voice notes and copies of that photo. So
why don't
I
you
should
do a
think
proper
I
job,
will
Wendy?
hear
And stop.
pretty
Why don't you stop
soon.
preying on people? Leave them
No,
alone.
I'm not
and
going to
get a
leave
proper
Esau.
job.
No,
Why don't you
no.
get a proper job and get and work?
Why don't you get a
yeah?
job? Why don't you get
I'm
a job,
retired.
Brian? I do
I'm
work.
retired.
I do work,
Because I'm
Brian.
retired. No, you don't work, Wendy.
You're not
you don't work,
retired,
Wendy. You're
Brian. What you are is you're disabled, Brian. You're not retired.
I'm retired, Wendy. I'm retired. I
No,
retired at
you're
49.
not. You live off universal credit, Brian.
Do I? Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
And
Prove it,
again,
Wendy.
I've got the proof for that.
Wendy,
Oh, and
prove it.
whatever
Show
you
it.
can earn on
Show
the
it.
side
Please show it.
selling
Prove
drugs.
it.
Please.
Wendy.
Okay, you've got the
I've
proof. Show
got
it.
a text message from your fucking wife.
Prove it.
It was me that sent that, you fucking idiot.
Prove it.
No, 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 no.
Wendy, can you prove it? Prove your fucking claim. Or shut
Prove,
the fuck up.
prove it. And I'll
Rodney,
shut
who
up.
do you think you are?
No, you have to prove it. Prove what you're
Rodney,
you're
who
saying
do you
and
think
shut the
you
fuck
are?
up.
Mr. Oh, Raspect's granddad was a mayor. So fucking what?
Well, it's a big
He
deal
was.
when he lied about his background.
Well,
He
hang
lied
on.
about
you,
What
coming from
power?
poverty,
Wendy.
What
coming from
power?
poverty and the streets.
Wait a minute. Wait a
When
minute.
he's a posh
If his
boy.
granddad was a mayor, what
Yeah.
power do you think that would give Raspect?
A lot of power. His father had an
No, I
MBE.
don't think
It
so.
opens
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
so.
doors. It
Does
opens
it?
a
No,
lot
I
of
don't
doors.
think so.
It gets you you can be
No,
around
Wendy,
it doesn't.
Are
It
you
doesn't.
narcissistic or are you just depressed, Wendy? Because if you're depressed, then I'm going to
No,
sympathise
no,
with you.
no.
You get my sympathy if you
Me,
have
I
depression.
can't help it. It's my journalistic nature. I can't help it.
I know you're a journalist. You sell data on people. I've always said this.
I
You sell
can't
data on
help it.
people.
I need to know. I have to gather everything,
It's
put
just
it
not
all
nosy.
together, and put the picture together. Yeah,
So you just like to bully people. Is that
that's
what it is?
why my next target is Esau. And I
So you're
will
a stalker.
find them.
Target. Oh, you target people now.
She's a
Yeah,
stalker.
I
target.
will
Do you hear that,
find them.
Rodney? Do you hear that, Rodney? Targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and I will
targeting.
find them.
And that weren't allegedly. She said she's going to target him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Carry on, Wendy.
would you
You're just lighting that fag,
hold on.
Wendy, and sucking that prosciutto.
Hold on, Brian. Wendy, what do you
You
think
can
about...
say what you want, Brian. I'm being
Wendy.
honest, and I'm telling
You
you,
don't know how to be
I'm
honest, mate.
targeting Esau, and I don't care how long it takes for me to find him, but me and others will find him.
Well, I promise you one thing, Wendy.
Wendy,
He'll
you know
find
myself
you
and-
before you find him.
Yeah,
Wendy,
whatever.
myself-
Of course he
listen,
will.
listen.
Of course he will. I hope he
Listen, Wendy,
does. Do you know what?
stop
I
swearing
hope
the
he
word.
does.
Stop
He'll
swearing the
save
word.
me a lot of work.
Calm down.
I hope he does.
Have another drink. Calm down.
I don't drink,
Listen.
Rodney.
Wendy,
You're an
Haven't your
alcoholic.
meds kicked in, Rodney?
Your videos on Brian and
Haven't
myself,
your meds kicked
your
in,
videos
Rodney?
your videos and your talk towards Brian and myself will go down as a hate crime. So, you know, by
Hang
law
on,
in
hang
this
on.
country,
Hate
by law
crime?
in this-
Hate
yes, it
crime?
would.
What hate
against a
crime?
disability. You were mocking us for
Hate
being
against.
crazy.
Hang on. I haven't said I hate
mentally
anyone.
ill.
I don't
No,
understand.
but you targeted both of us for our mental health.
Do you know the definition
We
of a
can
hate crime, Wendy?
Let me tell you something, Rodney. I did not target you,
We can prove that.
Rodney.
We've got evidence.
Well,
of
you
it.
go right ahead then. Go right ahead.
No, we don't do that. We're not grass. We're not going to.
But you go and do it, Brian. Go
I
and
have.
do it.
I
If you
have.
think
No,
I've
I've done it. I've
targeted
done it
you,
already.
I'm
done
not
it
doing
already.
it. I'm just saying.
I've done
you've
it
done it
already.
already, have you, Brian? Good luck with that
Done-
one with the evidence
Wendy,
I've got against you.
Wendy, before you start
Oh, you.
targeting people,
Oh, yeah. I can't wait
think
for that
about your
one then,
own crimes.
Brian.
think about
With the
your own
evidence
crimes before
I've
you
got
start
against
targeting
you,
people.
Hurle. Good luck. Yeah?
All
You've
right.
got no
Salam
evidence
alaikum.
against anybody, Wendy. You actually have broken the law clearly. And
Clearly.
yeah. And
No,
if we
many
wanted
the
times.
to,
one
but we're
that
not going
keeps
to do it, Wendy.
breaking the
If we
law
wanted to,
and
if we
people
wanted
keep
to, we
making
could pursue that.
mistakes is
And you would
Hurle.
go
I
down.
don't make mistakes.
Wendy, you would
Right?
go
And
down
the
if we
evidence
wanted to
I've got
pursue.
against Hurle. Brian, please report me, Brian.
I already have done, Wendy, 3 months ago. Fucking hell.
So
You know this.
why am I still waiting, Brian?
She's done a lot more since then, Brian.
Because
so,
your channel's
more
been watched
evidence.
for a month, Wendy. You're a racist.
Has it? Oh,
You're a
who
racist.
by?
You are. What?
Who by? I'm not a
Well, what?
racist.
You are a big time
I'm
Did you
not
not
a
racist.
say the
racist.
N-word? Did you not say the N-word? Everyone knows you
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah, I did. That doesn't make me a
Okay, you
racist.
broke the law.
41
That's a hate
times in
crime
an
as well.
hour to Esau.
And
Do you
no,
remember
That
Esau?
doesn't make me a racist. I'm
Yes, it
sorry.
does. That's a hate crime as well.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
two hate
And
crimes.
what
You
about
wanna
what
build it up
Esau
even more?
said? While he's been
You wanna
pretending
build
to
it up
be
even
black
more?
and he's not. Yeah?
Wendy,
So
you-
he's a
you're
racist too.
and you do hate crimes against people
And
with
you're a
disabilities.
racist, Brian, because you called Hector a monkey the other night,
No, I
Brian.
called you a monkey.
No, you
I said,
didn't.
where's
I
your
was
pet?
listening.
Where's your pet, Zoubida?
You
Where's your-
called Hector a monkey.
No,
No,
called you one,
stop it,
Wendy.
Brian.
Wendy,
I
Stop
called her, I
it.
said, where's your pet monkey, Wendy? Don't lie,
No,
Wendy.
stop it. No.
Wendy, you know you are the biggest racist on channel. You are by far. I mean,
She's a
you
white
got the
supremacist.
gold.
Well, let me
you got the
put it
gold
this
medal.
way. If
are
you
the
met
Olympic
people who
champion
know me
of
in real
racism.
life, if
I
you
do.
met people who know me in real life and you
I
try
do.
to tell
I do.
them
I know you.
that
I know you're
I
upset.
am a racist, right?
You are.
They would laugh in your face.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
What about Julie?
I don't know anyone by the name of
You
Julie.
fucking know Julie, Wendy. Stop it, will you?
Julie who? Have you got a last name? Julie
I'm
who?
not going to give her last name. You know I'm on about
Well,
Wendy.
I'm a bit lost here. Julie who?
You know who Julie is, yeah.
I do not know anyone
you
called
know journalist.
Julie.
You know. Let's just say you know journalist Julie. You know. Don't lie, Wendy. Don't lie,
Well,
Wendy.
you
Don't
know,
lie,
I
Wendy.
know a lot
Victim
of
a
people,
narcissistic
Brian.
husband?
That's
Who's the
why
victim
it
of a
makes it
narcissistic
easy
husband?
for me to find Esau. Now I've got this
Who is the
information on him.
victim of a narcissistic husband? Who is the victim
Oh,
of a
and
narcissistic
yeah,
husband?
and Brian,
On Twitter.
what's this that no women were
Who said?
What did you say now? No women were deployed into Northern Ireland at all.
Deployed on the front line in Northern Ireland. They were.
Of course they were. Idiot. Idiot. Yeah, they were. Do you know what? In 1969, right?
69.
The first women were deployed into Northern Ireland,
not on the front line, Wendy. Not on the front line,
to
Wendy.
help. Well, let me finish. To help with the what are you on about, Rodney?
Killing innocent.
Well, you know what, Rodney? It's a shame that you hadn't been blown up by one of the IRA bombs, isn't it?
Wow.
Then maybe your family could talk about the innocent people, couldn't you? Yeah?
Wow.
Then maybe, your family would be sitting around a table going, oh, those poor innocent people.
Wow. That's a statement.
Don't call them innocent people. The people I'm talking about were not innocent.
Sunday?
So, Rodney, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Bloody Sunday? What about Bloody Sunday? What
about Bloody Friday? What about Bloody Friday, yeah?
Oh, Bloody
Do you know about Bloody Friday, Rodney? Do you know about Bloody Friday, Rodney?
No, I don't know about Bloody Friday. I know Bloody Sunday.
So you're a little IRA sympathizer, are you? Okay. Purely noted. That's all right.
No, I didn't say that, but I said going over to other people's countries.
You said our soldiers. You said our soldiers were over there killing innocent people.
Some of them killed innocent people. Some of them killed innocent people, and they do it in Iraq.
No, they didn't.
They did it in
Operations.
No, they didn't. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. You don't even know about Bloody Friday. What kind of fucking idiot are you, Rodney?
Look up Operation
What kind of idiot are you, Rodney?
You know I'm not Wendy.
You don't. Yes, you are. You're as big an idiot as what he is. Why don't you know about Bloody Friday, Rodney?
How many people got killed in Iraq? How many people got killed in Ireland?
Why didn't you know about Bloody Friday, Rodney? Mr. Expert, Mr. Killing innocent people.
Educate me.
Yeah?
Educate me. What is
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Go on.
One second.
Go on.
Story time with Bendy Poo.
Oh, I've just watched that, for fuck's sake. That is years
Yeah, we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna listen to it.
And you know what? I left a comment underneath for the person who did it. No, it's all right. I left a comment for the person who made that video, because that now tells me who Skits is. So, yeah, well done, Skits.
I can't wait till you lose your channel.
I'm going to lose my channel, am I, Brian?
Just hang on, Wendy. We'll listen to it together.
You could lose your freedom.
I've watched it, Easu. It has to be nearly 3 years old. It's nothing new, Easu.
Wendy, what about your 5 Twitter? Do you want to just talk about your 5 Twitter accounts, shall we? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the one the victim of the narcissistic husband. What about that?
Oh, that's one.
No, my husband wasn't narcissistic. So what about my Twitter accounts, Brian?
Was it your second husband?
How many Facebook accounts you got, Wendy?
Oh, Christ, Brian, to be honest, Brian.
Go on.
Brian, to be honest, I've lost count.
Over 30.
I've lost
count. Did you have a second husband, did you? After the one that died, did you have a second husband?
No.
And he was a narcissist and left you. So who's the narcissist? You're talking about a dead man being a narcissist?
You're the narcissist.
Who is the narcissist?
You.
And you wish me dead by terrorists. Don't remember. We're not going to forget that. Oh,
no, I didn't. Let's get this right, see, because this is what you do.
Yeah,
I was talking to Brian. Right? Oh, yeah, here we go. I've watched it already.
We're going to watch it together. We're going to watch it together. We're going to review it together.
Let's all watch it together. We're a family here. We're a family.
My stepsons are black.
Watching it, and I strike. You know what I'm going to do now?
My stepsons are black.
I'm going to strike this channel.
You can't. You can't.
Keep
this is supposed to be called a skit.
Can't I?
There's still speakers calling skits.
Skits' channel has got a stripe
Your
for playing
stepsons are
this.
black.
Wendy said
Your
And if
stepsons are black.
Palestine is listening, I'd get him to stop you playing this. But there you
Wendy,
go.
let's have a listen. We're a family channel here. We're trying
It's
to be
fucking
live.
old.
Let's watch the bedtime story.
Old. It's so old.
You know, after what Banksy has said tonight, I'm literally in fear of my life.
she's drunk.
What?
Yeah, and it was
No, I'm
also
in fear
a
of my
joke.
life.
Yeah.
She's
And I
drunk.
had to get my 4
You know what?
stepsons because
Her
they're the
black
only ones that
stepsons.
are living close
That's
to me.
right.
Her black stepsons. She
My
has
other
black
sons
stepsons.
are armed services, yeah. So I've had to get my 4 stepsons to come round here and sit with me. Because it's my life.
What a
Hey,
narcissist.
Skits, how's Wales this
See
time
what
of year,
happened
Skits?
Psycho.
I
know
asked
who
Banksy
you
to
are.
take down
You do
an
know
image,
Respect's even played this, don't you? Yeah.
and of
It's
course
so
Mrs.
old,
Banksy
everyone's seen
took no
it.
notice of me. I then said, okay, I'll give you
Everyone's
24
seen it already.
top-down video. Again,
Subscribe to
he
Speakers
ignored
Corner
me.
Skits. Get the truth
So I
about
complained
Wendy,
to
Omar,
YouTube.
Jupiter,
Yeah, I got his,
and the prostitute from Devon.
Get the truth
the
about
Wendy,
the
why
video
don't you put the
now.
real
And
picture up
Banksy
here?
agreed
Be a
it's
proper
not.
person for an old woman.
And YouTube
It's remixed. It's got a remix. You can't get it shot. You own the content.
he's throwing his toys out. And
That's
now,
my
you know,
image. That is
saying
my
things
image.
like,
Yeah.
No, it's not your
Wendy,
image.
And
Wendy.
we pity you
gonna
for
be
it.
That's my
scorched
image. I can
earth,
get the channel struck
because
for
that
playing
means
it.
he's going to
Don't
This is your
believe me.
image here.
But
Yeah.
Palestine
set fire to
will
my
find his channel. Now gets a strike.
No, it won't.
So will
No, it
yours.
won't. Your both channel's going, mate.
What is that? You there? Yeah. Is that you right there?
That's her. That's her.
No, that's not me, but I can prove who that is to YouTube,
That
and that's
fucking
why you're
place
going to
will
get a
turn
strike.
milk sour, that place.
Lies,
I can
lies,
prove
lies,
who that
lies,
is
lies,
to
lies,
YouTube.
lies.
Oh, like you've been lying.
All
Oh, like we've all
lies.
been lying about you, Esau, today.
You can
Yeah.
clearly see us on Monitovic. We'll go with that one
No,
for now. You've
that's
got me. I'm an
you.
Asian
That's
male.
you. It's you.
Yeah. That's a monitor. Listen, you've got
That's you.
esoritis. You're suffering from
That's
esoritis,
you,
love. It's okay.
Esau, and I'm going to
Do you want
find you,
prescription is? Do you want
Esau.
prescription is?
Wendy,
The
seriously,
prescription
Me
is
and my
the
six
10-inch
stepsons
black dildo.
are going to
Stop
find
minding
you,
your actor
Esau.
age, Wendy.
Your black
No,
stepsons.
we're going
Seriously.
to find
Send the black
Esau.
one. A black
Yeah.
one. Send the black one.
Yeah.
Send the black
Yeah.
one. So you're
Yeah.
married to a black man, Wendy.
No.
So do you call him the N-word, Wendy, like you called other black
How
people?
you can't have black stepson not married
Do
to a
you?
black man, you fucking idiot. What is the matter
You
with
don't
you?
know
Call them the
nothing
N-word.
about
Do you know
my
how what
life. You
stepson
don't
is?
know nothing about the people who are in my life,
Be
Esau.
quiet.
Until
Be
you meet
quiet.
them, then
Hold
you'll
on.
Stop
find
talking
out,
shit.
Esau.
Stop talking shit.
Wendy,
Stop
you
talking
call him the
shit.
N-word. You call him the
You're
N-word,
mental.
like you called other black people.
Oh,
You
shut
call
up,
black people
Rodney.
the
You think
N-word,
it was
don't you?
the end of the fucking world because I used the N word. Have you
Wow.
heard
Ah, she's
what you
That's a
upset.
said?
big deal, no?
She's
Have you heard
upset. She's
what you
upset.
said to
She's
Respect?
upset.
Have
What did I
you
say
heard?
to him?
No, I'm not. No, I'm
What did
not.
I say to him?
Let's listen to Jupiter.
The
Let's listen to
things you
Jupiter. Wendy
said.
lost the plot.
No, I'm
Doxing
not.
kids
I'm
and naked
sorry, I'm
threats.
What
not.
did I say
This
to
is another
Respect?
thing, Wendy.
Carry
Rodney,
on.
the things
Some more
you
Wendy.
said,
Wendy proof.
the things you said to Respect are far. You keep doing
Ah.
it, Esau. Keep doing it.
I-
Are
Did I
far
say anything
worse
about
than the
race
things I've
or
ever said, right,
no,
Rodney?
nothing racist?
You're a
though.
horrible individual, Rodney.
Nothing
Fucking you
racist.
up, bitch.
No, you're not, Esau.
You literally tried to come up with some fucking
Wendy, have
image
another
of a
glass of
flipping
wine and
Esau,
relax.
those
a
videos,
screen, and you're
those
like,
videos
from
have got
that
to
somehow I've
be
got a camera
3
facing me.
years old.
You're fucking mental.
Everyone's seen
You're
them for a
mental.
start.
At least Wendy.
Oh, so was that when the
Respect
medication wasn't
showed
working? Was that what it was? Was that
At least,
medication
Well,
wasn't
they've
working?
been around.
got
They've
to
been
admit
around.
you're a
Ask
racist.
Banksy, he'll tell you. In fact, ask Banksy, he'll tell you.
At least, Wendy, you got to
Oh,
admit
so wait,
you
so
are a
Banks to
racist.
get image and trying to
very
say so
easy.
Banks to get image.
Ask him.
And you're ugly as well. You look horrible.
I don't care. Ask him.
Wendy, you're
You've
the
got ugly
sickest person
face.
on these panels, actually. You're the
Butterface.
sickest individual.
That's where your husband
You're
ran.
twisted.
At
You're the
least I'm
sickest,
white.
twisted individual.
Yes, you are, Wendy. That's why you're here with us now.
Oh,
Oh, what did she say?
You follow us everywhere
at
we
least
go,
I'm
Wendy.
white.
Oh, wow. You hear it?
At
That's
least
not.
I'm
Hang on. Well, all I said is at least I'm white. I didn't call Hector
Where's
a monkey like Brian
Jupes?
did.
Wendy,
Where's Jupes?
at the very least, you are
Where's
a racist.
Jupes?
You have
You
to
got you
admit that.
bitches traveling
At the very
packs. Where's the
least.
other old whore?
She is the KKK.
She is, mate. She's a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, and what we've got here is the
She was
fucking
around when the
dream
KKK
team.
started. That's how deep
Three
it gets.
lunatics together. 3 lunatics together.
We'll meet at Little House.
There's a woman who's
We'll-
got 3 black
We've
stepsons,
got
but she's not
hang
married
on,
to a
we've got
black man. You
Brian,
call us
who's
mental.
been
Get out of here, man.
sectioned.
Get out of
We've
here.
got Rodney,
Get out
who's
of here.
been sectioned.
Get out of here.
And no
You
doubt
suffer
you've
from deep
been
depression. I
sectioned
don't want to miss you. Deep
You're
depression.
into the dirty tricks
Come
of
on, man.
porn.
Listen to this.
Yeah, you'll never get on my channel again, you piece of fucking shit.
Rod,
Okay, you'll never, ever get on my channel ever again. And you can expect the same back. Yeah.
I ain't having racism on you.
You
You're
can
not being
also,
racist.
what you can also
Nasty.
expect are pictures of your children. Yeah. You can also
Hear
expect.
that, Rodney?
Amy can also
She
expect
ran. She
photos
ran.
of her fucking child.
No, I kicked her
Right.
off.
Or to be
Come on.
spread around the hangouts like you did with my grandchild. You come on screaming absolute nonsense, right? Just so you could porn bomb. Wow. Aren't you a big man? Well, what can I say? What can I say here? Oh, yeah. You're a big man, right? Oh, there's Tubes. You're a big man. Right. Nice sweetheart. Yeah. Pineapple where loses. Don't worry about that.
Rodney, you've got to admit,
Hang
at
on, who's
least
got
she's
you?
a racist. At the very least, she's got to be. She's
I will
racist.
get to her in a second. I will get to that video in a second.
Easu, can we speak a second? She said at least she's white.
Yeah,
She said the N-word in the past.
yeah.
And
She said that
no
she
big
hopes
deal.
you get killed by
said-
by the soldiers or something.
Yeah. And
I'll have,
and she
I'll have to
said
look,
it's
watch
no
back
big
and
deal.
recall.
It's no big
Yeah.
deal that she used the N-word, she said. Her own
Yeah.
words.
I can't have racist on it. I just can't have it.
She's
Not
hung
on this
herself,
channel.
she's hung herself tonight, hasn't she?
Big time, big time, big time.
She's done now.
She just.
She's done.
I said to her, "Why don't she act her age and start behaving?" But I suppose you can't.
Listen,
you can't beat a racist.
I can still play a video. Look.
Go on, play it. Go on, play it. Go on, play it. You mute up.
Sorry, not show her a picture. She's upset now. She's fucking wilding out. She's like, "What? Speak of course, what?"
Yeah, but she can't be calling people. I mean, Rodney. I mean, what she said to Rodney tonight. I mean, it's just wrong on every level.
Very hateful.
Did she run? Yeah, did she
How
run?
much hate is in her.
I kicked her.
You see, I never wish that for anybody.
why?
Anybody I have a beef
I
with.
couldn't take the right.
Oh,
I don't want
bitch, drop back on
racism
again,
this
man.
channel. Do we
Anybody
let her
I
Nah,
back
have a
on?
she's
beef
fine,
with
man. She's getting
on
upset
here,
because her
yeah,
pictures
I
out
don't
there.
wish
You
them any
gotta let
harm.
her. You gotta let her. We gotta let people like her spew out a little bit. Just let her
Yeah.
Okay,
get it out.
I'll let her back on. Come back on, Wendy. I'll let her back on.
Whoever
I don't
have a
want
beef with
racism on the
online,
channel. That's all.
I don't wish any harm
No,
to
none
anybody.
at all.
Look what she did.
I mean,
She
she's
wished
got
that
it
I
in
did
for you,
more.
Esau. Fucking hell, Esau. She said she's going to spend her life finding you. I mean, that's deep.
Yeah, but she
I
said
know,
she wants me to
I
get
know.
blown up. She said she wants
She
me to
said
get
she's
blown
gonna
up. That's
spend-
even worse.
Rodney, she's going to spend her life until she finds him. I mean, fucking hell.
She got
That would
told.
worry
She
me.
actually hated the fact that video got played. I love it. I'll do that again next time she's here.
Yeah,
Just
but
play her
Esau,
fucking
Esau,
words.
she never
Let
wished she
people
got
hear how
blown up.
crazy this woman really is.
Look, I know
She's mental.
got over 30 Facebook accounts, right? Which she admitted. Give her a due. She admitted it tonight. She's got over 30 Facebook accounts. I know she's got 5 Twitter accounts. I know she's got 9 Instagram accounts. Yeah,
But
right.
she forgets the passwords, so she can't.
Yes, what happened?
Cover her
Yeah,
tracks.
that's exactly what happened.
It's because of all the
I mean,
tablets she's on. It's because of all the tablets she's on. She's always mocking you guys out tablets. She's on medication, Rodney. You're right. Deep depression or something. I don't know what she has, but she definitely has a hatred towards men. She hates men. She hates men.
I thought she. But listen, I thought I was her #1 hater. I think you've took the medal. I think you
I know.
took the medal over me.
I know. I somehow managed to do that. I was going to say that to someone at Logo. I'm like, how do I manage to swoop in there and just steal it?
Big up for that.
No, but I can't lie. Like, I got everyone. Look at Raj. Raj can't stand me. Look, Raj put out his heart to us yesterday because of me. That's I have that effect on people, and yet still, no one knows nothing about me.
inside
And they're just dying.
Yeah, we've got to admit,
They're just dying. Look at the corner of the screen right now. But look at the screen. Look at my screen. Yeah, that's a fucking monitor. You can clearly see a white background and a black thing. But they're so hung up, and things they know I was mucking around with my camera that day. They are so hung up on getting this image of me. They will go to any length.
I can't see anything in that picture. It could be any.
Yeah, so look at the white thing. There's a white thing, and there's a blue screen. There's a blue thing in the corner.
Yeah, but you know what though?
But that's a blue.
Have you ever? Yeah, but Rodney, have you ever heard such hatred from a woman?
No. I've never been told I should be blown up by terrorists. I've never been told that.
You should you should be killed by terrorists.
And she defended what the troops have done in the Middle East and everything. I mean,
yeah, a million died out there. A million Iraqis died.
But
a million.
She don't think their life is worth much, obviously.
3 million Syrians displaced.
No, she doesn't think his life worth much.
She thinks their life is worth less than hers.
Yeah, she thinks. Yeah.
Well,
at least that's what she said. At least I'm white.
Oh wait, can we get to the main topic though? Yeah, how can you have black stepsons? Just to have a stepson alone, you have to be in a relationship with someone. How can you have black stepsons unless your partner is black?
There's only two ways.
Quite simply.
There's only two ways. There's only two ways. One, she's adopted children, which I know she's not an adoption. I know what she is. I know what she is. She's not an adoptee. She wouldn't fit. No, she wouldn't. So she wouldn't. So she's obviously had a different partner. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But she's always maintained that she hasn't been with no one since her alleged husband went missing. And you're just like, well, when he left, you mean?
Yeah, but who's the narcissist?
100%. That's what I'm trying to point out. She's mental. She's crazy. I could play a bit more of that video again. You should hear her. She goes, I think Banksy wants my life because Banksy said scorched earth. She goes, Banksy said scorched earth.
I think she's got an imaginary.
So I'm in fear for my life now.
Yeah, but do you think she imagined that she's got a husband and she imagined that she's got these stepchildren? She believes it in herself.
Of course, it's imaginary. No, he left her, and to make it easier for her, she tells everyone on YouTube he's dead. So it gives that kind of final, like, he's gone out of my life.
Do you know,
she doesn't care about it.
The tigers in the Peter Lee Zoo, they're very fat, put it that way.
I told you, she's going to try and watch this fucking program. I'm like, have you seen Tiger? I'm like, have you seen fucking Tiger King? Silly bitch.
Yeah,
she fed into the tiger. That's what
Carol Baskin.
Wendy Baskin. She hates being called Carol Baskin. It kills her. The other day she said, I don't mind being called Carol, and I'm like, why? Because you look like her. You like her techniques. You rate her.
No, she's more like Rose West. She reminds me of Rose West. Or Myra Hindley.
I would have said Howard Shipman. I'll tell you what, Easu, mate. You're in trouble. Easu, she's got it for you, mate. She's got it for you.
I know. She'll be like, I'm making a video again to my followers. I need to watch that program and find him. I need you to find him for me, please. I'm begging you. Find him.
Easu, you know that face that Wasp puts out there for you. Where did he get that picture from?
I have no idea. He just went and he just heard mixed race guy, easy peasy. They just find a gay looking one just to be funny.
He couldn't pick a more gay looking guy, could he? That guy looked like a woman, didn't he?
But that means that you got to ask yourself this year: what kind of things does he do in his spare time to go find an image like that?
Well, like
you got to ask yourself. What kind of porn? Exactly. That's what was like. And the gay porn star.
Do you actually think she can phone up the Nigerian embassy, right?
No way. No information.
We're not allowed to give that information.
No, she's not Nigerian too.
But listen, I made that name up. Yeah. I mean, full well she would say this. I was freezing.
They'd be like, "Who are you?" They'll be like, "Who the fuck are you?" Because she'll be like, "I'm trying to get in trouble because you report Hector and send my husband back."
No.
He's the father of my full black stepchildren.
I'm going to check it out though. She said that even the toilet cleaners got to sign the Official Secrets Act. That I've got to check out.
No, there's no law. Listen, you know, in the embassy, they've got their own laws. Like, if you go in an embassy, they don't have to abide by British law.
No, they don't, not at all. It's Nigeria on those grounds.
You know, a diplomat in there could behead you if he wanted to, and he could get away with it, because diplomats have immunity. So they've got their own laws in there, yeah. So they're not following our Data Protection Act or any shit like that. They can do what they want in their own embassy.
That's why I never talk to someone like her.
That embassy right now.
Maybe I might contact Nigerian embassy, yeah, and just have them go nigger to over and over and over. And if she did contact them, they'll go, it's the same woman. Trace that number, get her.
She'd be saying to them on the phone, you know I'm white. At least I'm white.
Yeah, you have to tell me I'm white. They'll be like, I have to tell you nothing. It's in Nigeria. Go away. Nigerian embassy. Go away. Asking us personal questions like that. I want to know if this person works there. That's what she'll be said to in a fucking drugged up state.
Yeah.
You know she does heroin, right? You know she does heroin. I think she's on like, I'm not saying think. Because she's been around for so long, she's definitely smokes Chase the Dragon. I hear when you hear a lighter going off a lot, you're like, yeah, she's definitely, and you hear a long suck, she's definitely on heroin. I'm convinced now.
She slurs her words at night time. I think she's on like
she
probably.
But she says she doesn't drink. But she says she doesn't drink.
She really does try and ruin people's lives.
Yeah. She'll go and hammer us now. She'll go and Easu, Rodney. Watch that fucking video. Easu,
Rodney. In the comments with the three bullies. Well, that's not the case. She came on following me again. She's following you today, Easu.
Yeah, she came here. No one told her to come here. She was like, hang on, I go where I want. I'm high. Brian's over there. I'm gonna try and get him to my house.
Rodney that she wants him killed.
Wow.
Mad.
Well, I can.
I've never heard her say she wants someone killed. I've never heard that's the first time. I've got to be honest.
But yes, kind of like, how did she say? How did she say her 4 black stepsons? I'm still really hung up on that. I'm like, is your husband black? Yes or no? Because if he does, why is he not? Why is he like? Why are you online or like? He should be
on Twitter or something, and he's a white guy.
There is no pictures. It's just a fucking Google image that we just found. She would never put her personal life out there. She's not stupid.
She photoshopped a man in there. You think? You know, maybe.
No, because do you remember? All right, this is how I first remember Bendy Woo. Yeah, first off, the picture of her husband and her alleged husband and a woman was her sister and husband, and I'm like, well, they look mighty close. You know what I mean? Like, why did you that picture? And it just made it kept changing and changing and changing. Now it is her face. No, it's not her face. She's just mental. That's all it is. She's just sick.
Come on, and you'll understand.
She's just sick. That's all it is. Bendy Woo is just sick. I feel sorry for her. And the fact that she's found other sick people to be sick with, but they're all like, and she has a little slave, like DC Coon and the rest of them. So annoyed with them like that. They're not really good. Like, even when you look at the screen, you can see there's no image in that screen, apart from the image the camera's projecting.
Yeah, isn't Jupiter one sick, twisted person as well?
She's an old hag. She's in her 70s. She's just pissed. She hates Zoubida because Zoubida is younger than her. She hates younger people. I've noticed. Like, really,
look how she abused. Look at what she said. She grassed up. She went out round grassing up people to get them kicked out of the country. I mean, who does that? What sort of person is she? Where's the humanitarian ground?
You don't.
Do you with me?
Even if you have a beef with someone, if they're in illegal, you don't grass them up. Really, I mean, come on.
He was doing nothing wrong, that man. Yeah. She did that purely as a poke and spiteful to Zoubida. She was spiteful.
Yeah, she just thought, hang on.
She should have thought about the guy's family as well. Even if she has a beef with Zoubida, she should think about the guy's mother.
Yeah, he looks after her. He looks after her.
She has no family. She has no family. I don't think Wendy has kids. She has no fucking family. I think she looks. I think she may have the odd person come and check her, like the little neighborhood kids. Maybe bring her fucking milk and cigarettes.
If you look to get revenge on somebody, think about the consequences on the people around her. And not just, their partner or whatever, their extended family as well. What's the consequence of you reporting Waleed to immigration? It's the consequences fall on his mother as well, don't they? Who needs him?
Of course, yeah, but she did it out of spitefulness against Zoubida. Yeah, she's 23-year-old kid, like young kid in my eyes. You with me? Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
a fully grown like she is a fully grown adult, but the woman was just trying to get on. Yeah, he wasn't claiming benefits or anything. Obviously, he couldn't. Yeah, he was working. Yeah, just trying to better his life. And he's got a mother, from what I understand, who's quite old, who he looks after as well. If I'm right,
This
you with
is
me?
what I said to Wendy.
But he's only ever been polite to me.
Like Wendy was saying, oh, he must go and all this kind of stuff. And I said to Wendy, actually, you know, if he stays, it will save the country money because his mother needs care and he's the carer, yeah, unpaid.
Yeah, unpaid carer, yeah.
Yeah, if he goes, the NHS will have to pay for the care, which will
hundreds,
be like
wouldn't they? Hundreds.
£1,000 a week, easily
Yeah.
1,000. You know, administration costs and paying.
Yeah, but it's not about the money to me. It's about being humanitarian. She did it just to be spiteful to that woman.
Yeah, but what she was trying to argue, she was trying to argue the financial cost of the country and all this kind of stuff. And I said, look, actually, in this case, if you look at his circumstances, I'm not talking about everybody, but his circumstances were that if he stays, it will actually save money on carers. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. But for someone, for someone that hates me and hates Easu, obviously it'll be you now, Rodney. She makes a habit of following us all around. We don't go on her channel. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She makes a habit of it.
She had to beg for Brian to come on hers, literally.
Constantly.
Yeah, why would she follow us if she hates us like that? Well, especially
because she's in love.
She seems to really hate you, Brian. Fucking hell.
Oh, proper, mate. Proper. You and me, pop. And she doesn't like me going like Zoubida, her channel. You've been on Zoubida's channel, Rodney, right? Yeah. Zoubida can hold her corner. She can debate well. You with me? Yeah. And and as soon as I go on there, I mean, I got called like a sellout because I'm white. Yeah, and I'm Muslim because it was like saying it is a mainly Muslim channel, but she lets anyone on. Don't matter what colour you are. You with me?
Yeah.
Wendy would follow me on there. Then I'd get Jupiter. You with me? You'd get them all coming over. So people who say, "Oh, we're ganging up on her," no, we're not. You want to look back at some videos of what they've done to me and Easu. When I've seen Easu,
Brian, I've seen you put yourself in some of these panels and they interrogate you, put you in kangaroo courts.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder
why. I've had it, and so's Easu. We've had 9 people against 1. 9 against 1. Easu's.
I've had that too. I mean,
you've had it as well.
Actually, sometimes I don't mind it. Sometimes I actually enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge because it's a challenge.
There's something wrong with you. Like the debate.
I don't know. Maybe I'm into self-harm. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. You know, you don't want to go in an echo chamber all the time, do you? You want to you want to chat to people who have different views, who you can debate, you can learn from, or maybe you can teach.
I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to debate. I like to listen to people and say my people there, listen to them and learn and get information. Zoubida's about that. She'll bring on anybody who wants to give an opinion as long as they're not racist and they don't put her religion down, if you know what I mean. Yeah. As long as there were 2 rules, which are fair enough. And she'll have anyone on. And you learn. But I used to go onto the WASPs and I'd have like 8 or 9 on me. And I've seen Easu have the same, 8 or 9 on him. You know me. And I've had Easu go up for 3-4 hours.
No, I find that on Raspig's channel. Oh my word. 9,
oh,
10
do you get that? Do you get that on Raspig's still?
Oh yeah, all the time because his channel's so biased.
So why'd you go on there then? Because you're giving me the other advice, the opposite advice of what you're doing.
No, but Brian, because I saw they were saying that you were saying things, and you know, I was thinking it could get you in trouble. You know, if you go in these places. You see, with me, I don't know. I'm careful. I don't break the law. I know what the law is. Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah. I've not seen you break the law on any channel.
Never.
People,
Listen, I'm
people
too
keep
well
saying that
protected.
you are.
Yeah.
People keep saying that you are. I was just saying, to avoid that.
Yeah.
Completely avoid that would be the best thing. So your name's not brought into things when it comes to.
Yeah, but you're clever like Easu. You stay anonymous. Yeah. So they can't bring anything they know because they know nothing about you or Easu. Where I was honest and gave my name and who I was and what I did. You with me? So then they dig and they dig.
I think I've been stupid by being too honest about myself, even though I've kept my identity secret.
But as long as you keep your identity secret, you're okay.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have mentioned my mental health and all that because they use it against me. But I thought to myself, Brian, you were open about your mental health, and I thought I'd be open with you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but that don't bother me. It's when they start getting at your kids, Rodney. It's when they start going for your wife and your children. You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a different ballpark. I can take people coming with mental health. People call me a nutter. People call me psychotic. Call me schizophrenic. They call me anything. Psychopath. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, that's water for duck's back. Because I've mental health, so it don't bother me. But when you want to go personal with your children and your wife, yeah, different ballpark.
Oh no, I get you.
But they can't do that with you or Easu because they don't know who you are.
Well, they can still insult my children and my wife and all that kind of stuff. They still do it.
Yeah.
And it's still insulting.
Wendy will now spend the next week or 2 or 3 or 4 doing her best to find Easu. I'm telling you now, wouldn't she, Easu?
Yeah, but she can't find him.
No, she won't be
There's
able to
nothing she can do to find. She's found some blurry image of some object in the background. I don't know what that object is, but you can't make a face out of that. You can't.
Oh, I've got pictures of her. No, I've got pictures of her. Who she is?
Yeah, saying about Easu, this.
Her name's not even Wendy Wu. Give me. I know her name. I've never doxed her. I've never done anything. I don't give her a address. I've done nothing. I've got it all. But I wouldn't do it. But she is nasty.
I've researched her. I've seen some stuff.
She's nasty, mate. And Jupiter's her sidekick.
Jupiter is online 24/7.
What's going on? Have you seen how long she's online for? Seriously?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
When you have sleep problems, like I know you have, like me, you have insomnia problems, yeah. So then you can come on, like you can turn your phone on or whatever, go around. I call it flicking through. She's on one at all times of the hours.
Yeah, whenever I go on any panel, I see her. Right. I check about 5 or 6 different speakers on the channels.
Yeah.
And at any one time, she's on one of those.
She's on one of them. And I've never gone on during the day. Yeah, never, ever got things to do during the day. Never, ever go on at night. Yeah, mainly. She's on during the fucking day.
No, morning, day, night, all the time.
There's almost a numbers hugger. She jumps where numbers are high on purpose to have to, just because she likes her audience.
But if you've got 8 children, how many grandchildren as well?
10.
You've got your husband.
She's got 10 grandchildren.
Yeah, but shouldn't she be spending time with her grandchildren?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, she shouldn't. They probably are sick of her.
Well, no, because one time a child came on, didn't he? Easu, and said, "Will you get off?"
Yeah,
the
he came on crying. Yeah, he came on crying. Yeah. So leave it. He obviously couldn't get to sleep, or could just was thinking to himself like, "My video game's lagging because of you, stupid bitch."
You're disturbing everybody in here. Get off the internet. All
I
this
know.
kind of stuff.
I know. It was so embarrassing.
Oh, could you imagine if that was you?
It's absolutely embarrassing.
You'd die, wouldn't you?
She should feel ashamed.
Did you see her?
But she has no shame.
Did you see her do the striptease?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Easu, it was bad.
That
mate.
made me feel sick.
It
I remember that. I saw it once. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Apart from her age, would you be honest now? Now if you both got wives, would you let your wife do that on the internet?
No.
No
No way.
way.
No
Yeah, but Hector
way.
doesn't have any control, does he? I
No,
think
none at all.
he
He's a
wears the
slave.
shirt and she wears the trousers.
Yeah, but
He's a
even so,
slave.
she's a nearly a 60-year-old. Oh, she's nearly a pensioner. Yeah, yes. Why she doing that? I mean, what?
Hey, Brian, do you remember the comic?
Brian, she's not 51, Brian. Brian, she's not 51, Brian.
Of course, she's
I have proof
57.
that the Taylor is the
She's
late 60s.
Is
No,
she?
no, guys, do you remember Viz? You know the comic Viz? The fat
Yeah,
slag?
Viz, the fat slags. The fat slags.
Yeah, her and Wendy.
Tracy. Do you remember Tracy, yeah? The fat slags?
Her and Wendy.
With a bag of chips.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
That's
I'll tell you
sad.
what. I think, don't know what was more cringeworthy. I think that was the cringeworthiest thing I've ever seen when she was doing the strip. And
Yeah, no, it was disgusting. Poor Hector, he had no say in it as well. You guys said, hey, my wife is on TV again. She's on that telly show. Why should she do it?
Do you think there's any guys on these streams sick enough to wank over that?
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
Way.
No,
No.
And
no, I've had some sickos. I've had some sickos come after me, troll me. Yeah, I think there is. Yeah. I mean, you've only got to look at what's happened to me in the last fucking 6 weeks. Yeah.
Can you imagine how big? Can you imagine how big her crack is after giving birth? Poor Hector can't touch the sides.
I just can't see how he would allow his wife to do that.
She owns him. She bought him from Nigeria on the auction.
No, I wouldn't say that. That would be racist if we say free Hector and all that, right? I don't agree with that.
Free Hector.
Because it's racist to white people and black people.
No, it's not. He has no choice. He's just there for the ride. He's just there for the passport, man. He got what he wanted, but she's not let him go.
He's a controlling narcissist, and he's, a passive
midget
guy.
Like Patsy Rambo.
Hello, Kiko, whoever Kiko 07 is.
Who?
I'll put it up there. Yeah. I don't know, Kiko, do you know him?
No.
No, me neither.
Was he Japanese or something with that name?
There's a message for you. There's a message for you, Rodney. There's a message for you, Rodney.
I've got so many fans.
Who is this Mr. Truth? He's not. He doesn't say nice comments. What's wrong with people? Why can't they just?
He's a fucking asshole. He's a follower. It's probably that little prostitute from Dublin's alter ego, because she's a man after all. Yeah, that other one, the obsessed one. Cam Murphy. Cam Murphy. It's probably her.
Yeah.
Probably her alter ego. She's a man.
There's a couple of them in there over there.
Amy's a is always.
Amy's a trouble prostitute.
Oh, she's
horrible. Well, that's the one that researched me at the beginning.
She's horrible. She's horrible.
Shamey. You want that Shamey?
Shady vegan.
Shamey.
Actually, can you watch a video from Skits and Zeko? Not a video from Skits. It's a very good one. Shady.
Yeah, go on then.
Her face up close. She looks like fucking. I don't know, like her face has been melted or something.
Shady from it.
Horrible face. I can imagine how many cocks she's had.
Oh, say way too many.
She's got one mouth. You know, her lip is.
Wait, there's one where you actually see a lot of her racist remarks in it.
Yeah, she's from. Who's that?
That's Shady.
Yo.
Big Shaq, the one and only. Man's not.
Oh, shit.
Nasty. Ugh. What man would pay for that? Are men that desperate they would actually pay for that? Gotta be fucking kidding. Nasty.
Oh yeah, that's got to be you say
I would
Esau,
pay not
look.
to shag that. I'd actually pay money not to have to shag that.
Why are you here then, Truth? Go away. If you're not interested, go away. If we're uninteresting, go. Go away. If you're not willing to come on and say you are, I'll block you. Don't bother me. If we're so uninteresting, why are you listening? I don't get that.
Yeah, this Mr. Truth has been here for 3 hours and he's saying we're uninterested. You know, that don't make any sense, does it?
Don't make no sense to me, does it you?
No. Not at all.
We've had up to 60 people watching at one time, but not many people have come on.
I don't know. I think we entertain, don't we?
We're doing something. But this is the first panel that I've done. First one I've ever done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've never done one before.
Yeah. What's this messaging? I can't. It's kind of blurry on that bit. I'm trying to
What
see.
of Esau? What was you showing us, Esau?
No, it's showing Amy's messages. It's something about pay me something.
Oh, she's a weirdo, mate. Stay away from her.
Oh,
That's her saying nigger. P-A-K-Y. Racist bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
little message for you there, Rodney.
Yeah.
1 second, there's more coming.
No one like Amy wouldn't give you the time of day. Really?
I can't see what you're showing me, Esau, properly.
I can't see it.
This Mr. Truth's
1
been on here
second.
3 hours.
Look at that. Look what she says there. She says there, her exact words are LOL. It says LOL are okay. F all them P muzzies. I played them good. That's her profile as well.
She even took
1
the
second.
shahada, didn't she? She even
Yeah,
took
that's
the
Amy's
shahada.
profile.
Yeah, she was taking.
That's what Amy said at the channel she's a mod on. That was her profile.
Unbelievable.
She lied to be Muslim. And here's what it says, yeah. Apostate Shady Thomas from Devon, fully exposed for Islamophobia and fake shahada.
Esau. Do you know what I think you should do, Esau? I think you should do. I think you should send. It's Valentine's Day. Someone just said. I think you should send Wendy a Valentine's Day message.
Yeah, I should. You know what, I'll get her husband to contact her and say sorry for leaving her. That's what I'll do.
and I think Rodney, you should send Respect one. So he told me it's done.
I'll take him for a meal of straw and hay. The horse.
This is on Omar's channel as well, you know. When she was cool with Omar. That's her ugly face. This is on Omar's channel. She said all this shit on. That's the ugly bitch right there.
Really?
Some current affairs. Talking away, having fun. And she has time for a bit of racism. I played them good.
You ain't got to show your camera. Just come on. You ain't got to be camera shy. Don't show your face. Just come on.
Look at that. Shamey Begum. I played them good, you know. Shamey Begum. And look how she comes on hi all. She's always saying hi to everyone. She always wants everyone to know she's in the room. She's like, hi, so-and-so, hi. This is her life. Someone to destroy it for her.
Yeah, Mr. Truth, but you're still here. You're still here after all this time. So what are you doing? Why are you here? If we're not entertaining you, why are you here?
Hang on. There's 2 more guests coming in. Hang on, bringing them in. I'll add you.
Yo, everyone, what are you saying?
Oh, God.
Hello there, mate.
More followers.
Hello, ladies. How we doing?
More followers.
All right, geezer.
Is Zoubida not on?
She's been on already.
Oh, she wanted a debate with me on this channel. I was working though, so if she's still viewing, jump on, Zoubida.
She'll be listening.
Why do you have questions for her?
Freedom for Britain.
Oh, she's here. She's here.
Yeah, just my senses were telling me that, you know, one Islamophobe was here, so my attack radar just flagged up, you know?
Oh, she's such a quality girl.
So yeah, freedom for Britain.
How we doing,
With a
Zoubida?
good old, yeah, I'm fine. Couldn't be better, mate.
I'm banned from your channel, you know. Your naughty mods have banned me from that channel.
Well, don't play up on here because I'll do exactly the same.
Well, I think, you know, when you're spouting the stuff that you're spouting, of course, my audience is not inclined to show you that level of respect, you know? So take that as an act of mercy.
You just put 10 more followers on the channel for me, man. What's the matter?
Freedom for Britain, is that a butcher's apron in the background?
Are the views going up?
Is that a butcher's apron in the background?
Zoubida brings views.
What, Viewing and Jack?
Yeah.
How's that a butcher's apron? I don't follow.
Kind of is, man.
Well, they've butchered many people around the world, I'm just saying.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Rodney. You was on my side of politics 2 minutes ago.
No, well,
you don't know where you
foreign
stand.
policy, we agree. We agree about Iraq, don't we? You and I agree on that, don't we? That it was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, but
there's blood on that flag.
that was Tony Blair, Rodney. I'm not a fan of Tony Blair. I'm not a social.
No, we're all not. I'm sure people in Iraq are not fans of Tony Blair after what he's done.
But the vast majority of the immigrant population of Britain votes Labour, so they can't complain about Iraq either, can they, Tony? Rodney.
Yeah, well, they've got to stop voting Labour and stop voting Conservative. Everybody needs an alternative to this shit.
Yes, and I am the alternative.
Both would have voted in that war, by the way.
I am that
the Tories would have
alternative,
voted
Rodney.
that. You're talking about
What
Tony Blair,
alternative are you? Just Islamophobia? Is that the alternative that you have?
No, Zoubida, it's common sense. It's 100% common sense. If you want to have a look at the manifesto, go to
Not really, because your leader, Anne-Marie
UK.
Yeah, but your leader, Anne-Marie Waters, is on record saying that Islam is evil. So, you know, I don't understand how that can be an alternative when you have a Muslim population in this country. And if she was to become the prime minister and she views our religion as evil, do you not see how that will cause tension and hatred towards the Muslim community?
I don't think she said the religion is evil. She said certain aspects of the religion.
No, she didn't. She said clear cut Islam is evil.
Certain aspects of. So we need to have a look at that little book, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, the last time we tried to discuss the book with you, you cherry picked verses, and when it was explained to you, you still decided to ignore the context of the verse because you clearly have a prejudice, right? You know, you're not willing to learn or understand. Because I can bring you verses from the Bible.
Have you?
Sorry, let me just finish there. For Britain, Danny, please. I can bring you certain verses in the Bible, which you know, can be open for interpretation. Some very violent scriptures, some scriptures that are very, what you would say, degrading towards women. Are we now gonna call Christianity or aspects of Christianity evil, or are we just gonna focus on Islam?
Well, the verses, the verses you brought up have been edited out, haven't they? They're the Old Testament, and the Old Testament actually descends. The Old Testament is the Torah, basically. So we can't really say that's Christianity. There's a book called The Peace Quran, Zoubida, and it's got the texts that I was bringing up on your channel taken away from it. Now, do you not agree that it still holds the religion of Islam, but it's taken away certain texts that could be construed to give them license to go and do certain radical things which have been happening. Would you not agree, Zoubida, that it should be? Would you disagree with this peace Quran being made law in Western society? Would you, or would you
To be
be in
honest,
favour of
I
that?
don't know. So let me just answer a few points there. So if you're speaking about the Old Testament, that is the Torah, which is the Jews, right? But I can also bring you other verses from the New Testament, which also say certain things that could be interpreted to be quite violent. And second of all, the Quran, yeah, is a holy scripture, and you really have to have a very in-depth understanding of the Quran to make a full judgment on it. Now, if we have a book, right, and we just skip to chapter 5, and we just pick a little verse from chapter 5, and just use that chapter 5 as a summary of the whole book, then we're being insincere, because there's a chapter 1, 2, 3, and so forth, you know. And what I find is people will cherry pick certain verses in the Quran and make a whole assumption or a whole evaluation of something that they don't understand, right? Because ultimately, these verses that you're picking out, they are in context to war. Okay.
Zoubida, you're not answering the question. The question was, would you be in favour of the peace Quran, which has had texts taken out of the Quran? The texts that are being taken out are the ones that don't.
No, I would not be in favour of that.
The ones
I would not be in favour of that
go
because
against Western values and can, they openly say to attack non-believers.
No, see again, this is
non-believers, etc.
No, see again. There is no verse in the Quran that says you can rape non-believers, right? So I don't know where you're getting this sort of information.
Why have we got gangs?
By saying that, you're fear
Why have we
mongering.
got gangs committing rape against non-believers?
Okay, so but again, we've got rape happening in so many countries. Are we going to now blame religion for that? Or are we just not? Why what you're actually doing here is you're actually not taking the rapists accountable and blaming a religion, because we can say if an atheist person rapes, okay, this is what you're doing. You're saying if a Muslim person rapes, it's because Islam tells them to. But if an atheist person rapes, what is his excuse?
The dirty, filthy rapist.
Exactly. Both of them are both dirty, filthy rapists. But what he wants to do now is try to use Islam as a justification for rape. And again, there is not one verse in the Quran. I challenge you to bring me one verse in the Quran, clear cut, says you are allowed to rape non-believers. You can't even rape Muslim. You can't even rape nobody, furthermore. Right? So when you're saying these things, Danny Simpson, do you not realize that you're fear-mongering and spreading hate towards Muslims? Because if people sit there and listen to you and think, oh my God, these Muslims are being told to rape people, right? Their scripture tells them to rape people. Do you not see how that could potentially lead towards attacks towards Muslims? Do you not understand how that could, cause Muslims to be feared, to become an isolated people, because we're all being tarnished under one brush of being rapists? So you're willing to give an atheist the benefit of the doubt and say, well, he's an atheist. But because it's a Muslim, you're willing to blame the whole religion. Do you not see how unfair and insincere that is?
So,
Easu, is that you?
Zoubida. It's like old times, this. So, are you denying that the scriptures in the Quran that says non-believers should be punished?
No, there is. Again.
So let me.
Yes, I'm denying that, because let me tell you why.
No,
have you read the full Quran? Have you read the full Quran?
Have you read it?
I've read the Quran. Have you read the full Quran, mate?
No. Why would I read the full Quran?
Okay, but why? But if you haven't read the full Quran, why do you read only certain verses that suit your agenda?
They are the verses that need to be highlighted that I know about, and there is scriptures in the Quran or the Hadiths. God knows how many books you've got, but the scriptures in there that say that non-believers should be punished. So do you not realise that how not all Muslims,
you just said you had read the things. How the hell would you know what's inside there, you idiot?
1 minute, Cesar. The majority of Muslims
You're an
don't see
idiot.
that.
You're actually proving how much an idiot you are. I've read the Quran, but I know the verses there.
Chill out. The majority of Muslims do not see that as an invitation to go out raping people, but There's a minority that do see that as an invitation. So do you not think, in the interest of stopping people being misconstrued, we should have an edited version of the Quran? Do you not
So
agree,
if that's the
Zoubida?
case, should we have an edited version of the Torah? Should we have an edited version of the Bible? I can bring you a verse from the New Testament which
Well,
says
it's not gangs of Christians and Jews who are going around raping children, is it, Zoubida? So this is the issue we're focusing
no,
on.
there is. I can actually, funny you say that, I can actually bring you cases of Christian men setting up orphanages in Kenya and I think another location,
We're
and then
talking
ended
about
up
Britain.
raping.
Britain. We're not talking about Kenya.
Doesn't matter because
Kenya.
even in Britain,
No, it does matter. Zoubida,
excuse
we're
me,
talking about Britain.
excuse me,
I'm a
because
nationalist.
again,
I don't
it's already
care,
been
I don't care
proven.
what's going on in Kenya.
Okay, it's already been proven that the majority of groomers in this country are white. I already proved that, clear cut. Yeah.
Well, the majority population is white, Zoubida.
Yeah,
But
exactly. No, when it comes to grooming cases,
No. The report that came out by the Home Office, which even Priti Patel was disgusted at, and it didn't address what Sajid Javid said was going to address. And focus on grooming gangs. It didn't focus on that. It focused on paedophilia, and the stats you're coming out with is, yes, the majority is white, but the majority of the population is white. But then white paedophiles operate solely, they don't go around in gangs. But the whole thing with the Home Office thing and the big fallout about that is Sajid Javid, who's a Muslim, by the way, from my hometown, Rochdale, and he got sacked before it happened. But he said the report would focus on grooming gangs, and that report didn't focus on grooming gangs. It was just a virtue signalling nonsense about paedophilia as a whole. He even started talking about travelling gypsies. So Zoubida, yeah, people are angry about this grooming gang. People need to be held to account, and things need to be reviewed. Do you not agree?
Yeah, I mean, again, for me personally, I'm not going to target any specific race because I have racial inclinations or prejudice like you. As far as I'm concerned, a rapist. I don't
have racial prejudice.
No, you do because you don't seem as bothered. Let me finish, please. Because this is the thing, right? These are victims who have been abused, right? His race, his religion, I don't think has a part to play in it because as early as this, Brian knows this, as early as the 60s, 70s, there have been abuse of young women, young girls and boys by the institution, by the care homes, right? By the social services.
And that's what people forget about the boys. They forget about the boys.
Yeah, and there was no outrage, but all of a sudden, because it's brown people that are abusing the girls, all of you guys seem to care. So it shows that you lot are actually not sincere about tackling this issue when it comes to abuse of vulnerable children. You only care about showcasing your racism and blaming brown people because you only want to target them because they're brown. Because as far as I'm concerned, right, if we're generally concerned, then we should target every single rapist. His race and his religion has got nothing to do with it. But what you guys do is because you're not willing to look in within yourselves because you're ashamed. It's easy to blame other people and try to use things like the Quran as a reason as to why you're targeting Muslims. Because again, like, let me tell you something, right?
Zoubida, it's virtue signaling nonsense you're talking about now.
No, that's what you're doing. You're virtue signaling.
In my hometown, Rochdale, the only grooming gangs that have operated in my lifetime happen to have brown faces. So,
but what does that have to do with anything? Why does that matter if they're brown?
It doesn't matter if they're brown, purple, yellow. There's a connection between Islam.
So why? Okay, all right. Let me tell you something. In a lot of these cases with these brown people, right? Alcohol was involved, drug was involved, and rape was involved. Now, I'm sure you know, in Islam, alcohol is forbidden. It's a sin. Drugs is a sin, and rape is a sin. So nothing that these groomers done had anything to do with Islam. If anything, they were breaking the tenets of Islam, right? So how can we now associate Islam to un-Islamic acts? They weren't acting off the Quran. By them drinking alcohol and giving alcohol to minors, That's not permissible in our religion. By them taking drugs, that's not permissible. And also rape is not permissible. So they broke the basic Islamic tenets. And if they were in a Muslim country, they would get lashed, right? They would be punished. So I don't know how you think you can relate that to Islam when there's nothing Islamic about their behavior.
So if that's the case, Zoubida, why isn't the Islamic community holding these people to account? And why, like the rest, are you allowing the Home Office report, which didn't address the problems, why are you allowing the liberal left to speak on your behalf and the Muslim community isn't condemning or holding these people to account?
I think the Muslim community 100% has held these people into account. And I can speak for myself. I think these people are absolute scumbags. They are ashamed to even call themselves Muslims. And as far as I'm concerned, they can all burn in the hellfire. Because I've looked at these cases and I've looked at what these filthy, filthy individuals have done. And they're absolutely scumbags. I don't want to talk or incriminate myself, but if they were in my area and with the people that I know, I don't think that they'd be able to walk the streets, with a beating heart. That's what I can say, because these people are an absolute, they're a disgrace.
Scumbags.
Disgrace. And you know the funny, let me tell you the funny thing is, let me just say one more thing. People love to associate rape with Pakistan, or Asians. You know, Pakistan, as we speak, is one of maybe the only country to chemically castrate rapists. It's a new law that Imran Khan passed. This country don't castrate rapists. They give them a few years in prison, let them out with a new identity and put them back into the community. So you can't, how can you blame Pakistan when the same country that you're blaming actually deals with rapists in a much severe manner than this country does? I know some of you would advocate.
Is that what Imran Khan, has he passed that law then? Is that true?
Yeah. It's in full effect, mate. Full effect.
Bloody hell. Good. Good.
That's a good thing. Zoubida, you know me on my way of politics. I'm not for the established government. I'm totally
so what are you for? What are you for, Freedom? What is it? What part are you in? And
I'm for the. If you go and look at www.forbidden.uk, download the manifesto. I support that entirely.
Forbidden. www.forbidden.co.uk.
Forbidden, not forbidden.
Oh, for Britain. Oh,
it's definitely not forbidden. For Britain.
Okay, for Britain. Yeah, I'll have a look at that tonight. No problem.
It's a good manifesto. It's the best manifesto out of all the parties. So, Zoubida, in a way, you kind of agree with me, don't you? You kind of agree that if editing a book, that would prevent the raping of children by a minority of a certain faith, you would be for the editing of that book.
So what you've just done now is you've just put words in my mouth, completely bypassed what I've said, which just shows you're a waste of time as far as I'm concerned, Danny. Because, I actually feel sorry for people like you because you've been so far indoctrinated that you're not even willing to even hear the truth. Like the truth is like almost you're immune to the truth. I'm telling you, clear cut. Let's do it point by point. Do you agree, or do you know, first of all, in Islam that alcohol is haram? It's forbidden. Do you know that? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Taking drugs is haram. It's forbidden. It's not allowed.
Yes.
Okay. And also, rape is not allowed in our religion. So when these people were doing again.
I take yeah.
Okay.
Not true, is
it? Again. So you have to now, because this is what. Listen, it's very dangerous when we speak of our own opinions not backed by facts, because we can actually misinform people. Everything that I've said to you about castration in Pakistan is a fact, and what I've told you about the Quran is a fact, right? Now, I've asked you previously before my channel to bring evidence to back your claims. You haven't. You brought me a verse, we broke it down. Now, can you, and if you can't, then we can move on from this topic. Can you bring a clear-cut verse in the Quran where it says you can rape women? Can you do that?
We've done that before, Zoubida, on your channel, and you
No, you haven't. You haven't.
We've done that.
It is
before.
a simple yes or no answer, though, Freedom.
Yes.
It's a simple yes.
Yes, I did it on Zoubida's, but I don't even know what verse it was now.
No,
we
you
did
didn't. I remember it very clearly. You never brought a verse about
that
rape.
verse,
You brought a
that
verse
verse,
about killing.
that verse. I think was the verse I brought forward was actually about who Islam holds contempt for women.
No,
But
again.
Look, I'm not bothered about changing Islam. Islam can have its own thing, but it's not compatible with British culture, is it?
Okay, if it's not compatible. Okay, so if it, what is British culture? Go on then. What is? Because as far as I'm concerned, I've been told by a lot of you far right people, you believe in conservatism, you believe women should be modest.
Zoubida, far right. You had Charlie Big Potatoes and a lot of them on your channel, and you seem to prefer them to me. They're far right. Well, actually, no, they're not far right. They're far left. The far left National Socialists are actually far left, who claim. But that's what's the general consensus when they shout far rights. They're actually talking about the far left. They're talking about Nazis. Nazis were far left. You need to get that in your head. I'm not far right. I'm a moderate right. Moderate right, middle of the road conservative. I would actually describe myself as. And
what is that? I mean, I'm not being funny. What is that? For someone who don't know, what do you mean? I mean, you're saying you're part right, but a moderate conservative. I mean, what is that?
No, middle of the road, conservative, nationalist, conservative. The Conservative Party is not conservative on the political spectrum. The Conservative Party went liberal decades ago. You need to get that in your head. Margaret Thatcher was probably the last conservative, and she was actually quite liberal. So it went.
And do you know that Margaret Thatcher actually went to Afghanistan and praised the Mujahideen? I played a video of that. So how do you feel about Margaret Thatcher praising the so-called Mujahideen terrorists?
Like I said, the Conservative Party isn't the true sense of conservatism. Conservatism is to conserve one's nation, conserve one's people.
No, it doesn't.
Conserve everything.
What? So why does it say conserve nation? Well, like that conservatism does not mean to conserve your nation.
I know she took the milk away from us a lot when we were kids.
Conservatism is to conserve the people. It doesn't include opening the doors to mass immigration, etc. And it especially doesn't include opening the doors to people from ideologies that totally go against the British culture. You see, we're heading on to we are heading towards a clash. The biggest majority in Britain is of the Islamic faith, and it's not compatible, is it? To be like we've discussed it, and you don't drink beer, you don't eat bacon. I drink beer, I eat bacon.
There's a lot of English people. Charlie Big Potatoes doesn't drink alcohol. There's a lot of English people that
Charlie Big Potatoes, by the way, doesn't want you alive. That's the difference. And
to be honest, I never heard that, and I don't know why you're putting words in his mouth. But let me just educate you there, because I think unfortunately for you, you're lacking in an IQ and information. So the actual definition of conservatism means commitment to traditional values and ideas with opposition to change or innovation. So it doesn't mean conserving a nation, right? It really goes off the basis of traditionalism.
It does,
right? Which
conservatism? No, you're looking at you might be looking at some Tory rhetoric. Conservatism is to conserve one's nation, conserve one's people, conserve one's
That's what
values,
nationalism is. That's what nationalism means.
Conserve. So yes, conservatism. The true
does
sense
it mean
of conservatism
you're breaking the
very,
word down?
Very similar to nationalism.
Freedom. You're breaking the word down. What about con? You're saying conserve, the public. Yeah. You must agree. I keep having this conversation with people, though. You must agree. We don't elect our prime minister; they are selected.
Oh no, that's wrong.
That's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Who decides who the Prime Minister is? Elections. I must admit, Brian, I've only been in one election, 2019, and I do know when the boxes was emptied, it looked like I'd won by a landslide. Apparently, I'd lost by about 150 votes when postal votes was added to it without me watching. And so elections are rigged on the local level. Elections are probably rigged on the like I said, the Brexit referendum, they said 52% voted Brexit. I reckon it was probably a landslide who voted Brexit, but they gerrymandered it. But you can't say that the Prime Minister's selected, because who selects the Prime Minister? The main
Bilderberg
people,
Group. The Bilderberg Group.
The main people who actually, if you look into the facts of it, the main people who commit electoral fraud out of the three main parties is the Labour Party. So
the only reason why you're crying and saying that elections are rigged, even though I agree they are, but it's because your girl lost, and nobody is going to be voting for her, and she's never going to get a seat in power. This Anne-Marie Waters, and the funny thing is when you say,
we're talking about elections, Zoubida.
I understand, and she tried to get into, I think it was UKIP, and she lost the vote. She did lose.
The last election that Anne-Marie Waters, she's been on record actually. The last election Anne-Marie Waters was in was for the leadership of UKIP.
And she lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was rigged. And it was rigged.
Oh, it was rigged, yeah. I mean, ultimately,
she came second and it was rigged. But she's.
I live in an area, Freedom, where we had the only UKIP leader in the country, and that's the area I live in. Coulston, so Coulston, UKIP candidate, he would become Douglas Coulston.
Oh yeah. He was a Tory who defected. He was a Tory who defected to UKIP.
And then he got done for he was done for whatever he was done for.
He was never UKIP for. Let's just put that to bed. He was never UKIP. He was a Tory who just defected to make.
He was the one who won Clacton-on-Sea and become the only MP for UKIP.
Yeah, he was.
Well, anyway, I can't say it was a pleasure speaking to you, but all I can say is that you are a filthy Islamophobe. May Allah guide you or break your back. I mean. And because thing is ended it in 20 minutes, I will be back live streaming.
When you back live streaming?
Have you seen this?
I would say
filthy. She's saying filthy Islamophobe. No, I'm criticizing.
You are an Islamophobe. You are an Islamophobe.
There's no such thing, Zoubida. There's no such thing as an Islamophobe.
Well, you're a bigot. You're a bigot.
There's no such thing as an Islamophobe. And
so is there such thing as homophobia?
If you start.
No, answer the question. Is there such thing as homophobia? Do you believe homophobia exists?
I'll carry on until you shut up. If you start throwing out the Islamophobe card on people who criticise Islam, well.
You haven't criticised, you've lied. You haven't criticised, you've lied. You've made up stories. You don't even know what you're speaking about. Yeah, you have. You have lied 100%. You haven't proven anything. You just get your information from fake news.
There's Muslim grooming gangs, Muslim raping gangs. I don't call them grooming gangs. Grooming is what happens in hairdressers. Muslim rape gangs terrorising this country.
And there's also white rape gangs as well. I mean, the funny thing is, your queen has a son. Your queen has a son who's on the loose for actually raping women, and you have no outrage.
There is not white rape gangs running around this country because white paedophiles operate solely. Gangs.
All right. So when in the care homes, right, in the care homes, when there were staff in Wales and Ireland, I forgot the name of the care homes, but I can bring them up. Where you had staff members acting together to abuse children. What would you call that? Would you call that a gang, or would you call that just a little group of nonces?
I just call them nonces. It's not a grooming gang running around operating around the streets.
But I thought grooming gang doesn't exist in your vocabulary.
No, it don't.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, mate. I'll be honest with you. Like you're not all there in the head, and luckily, you know, people like you, your opinion is not a widespread opinion, you know. And the real British people don't think like you. If anything, they're quite disgusted by people like you. I've spoken to Do you
would you
do?
know?
So how much
We
We
support
live
do
don't
in
you
think
have?
London.
like you.
How would you know?
To
How would
freedom,
you
we
know?
don't.
All
The
right, Brian.
majority
Brian,
don't think
you're
like
a British man. Brian's an atheist. Do you agree with this man here? What he's saying?
not one piece. Not at all.
Yeah, Brian's a
Not,
lefty, Zoubida. We're
I'm
Oh,
not a
not here
Brian's
lefty.
to.
lefty
No,
now.
But
I'm
Brian's
nothing.
Brian's a
Brian's got
leftist,
I'm not
yeah.
multiple
political. I don't
personality
believe in
disorder.
politics.
Brian's a nutcase, and he's a fantasist who's got multiple personality disorder.
That's
He's an
me.
absolute
Big
nut
up,
job.
Brian.
That's me.
I think last time you was on the stream, I had to WhatsApp it to Glenn Saffer because he was talking bollocks about him. That's how Glenn
Do you?
Saffer
Because he's
knew
a
about
prick.
this.
He's a prick.
I WhatsApped him. I know Glenn Saffer, and I stand with Glenn Saffer, Brian.
So if
You
that's the
stand by
case,
Glenn
why did?
Stafford.
And I also WhatsApped him when you give out your address, and yeah, you're playing a very dangerous game there, Brian.
Oh, so you're
Well,
doxing people now, are you, Danny? Yeah. So you're trying to get Brian hurt here because he has an opposing view to you.
Brian
Is this what
doxed
you people
himself.
do?
Brian doxed
Listen,
himself
Glenn
because he said
Sapper is a liar
he said his own
and a
address.
bully. Glenn Sapper is a liar and a bully. He's a 53-year-old man. He needs to get a life. Yeah, instead of trying to lie about he's got burger bars and he's got close protection, he's bollocks. He ain't on the security unit. Never been on a security team. He doesn't have a security license. I know because I checked him out. So he's
He
full
said
of
he
shit.
didn't have. He said he didn't have a security
I know he
license.
hasn't got. Well, you do security work, you've got to have an SIA license. He called it a CIA license. The fucking idiot. He didn't even know what it was called.
No,
Yeah.
Glenn's. We've already been through this on Wendy's, Brian. Glenn never said
I
he
know,
had a
but they
security
all ganged
license.
up on it. Yeah.
He
If you do
does Thomas
security detail,
He
you
does
must, by
Thomas.
law in the UK, have an SIA license.
He
By
did
law.
He did Tommy's security because he was close friends with Tommy.
Yeah, and you must have, if you're a security officer, you must have an SIA license by law. Look it up.
Nope. Not if you're just doing it free of charge.
What, voluntary?
For Tommy Robinson.
I keep calling him Tommy Robinson. His name's Stephen.
Stephen, then I've never met him. Well, I met him
big
once.
Big up to Darren Carroll, Tommy's uncle who left that filthy organisation.
Yeah.
You know, very good, decent, respectable Englishman who doesn't think like
his
you.
uncle, decent man, actually.
Yeah. I respect him still, and that's the thing. Your opinion is not a widespread opinion. Majority of British people don't think like you.
It is a bit.
So is Tommy Robinson going to doorstep me? I'd love him to, because I've got enough fucking videos on.
It's just not a widespread opinion in London, but you're in your own little bubble. You need to realise the Overton window has shifted to the right. And yes, I can guarantee you. When I speak to white people in Rochdale,
is that why Priti Patel has put the point system going, inviting immigrants to this country?
When
is
I
that
speak
why
to white people in Rochdale, they are totally with
Bring
my
it
politics.
on, Glenn.
Yeah, here we go. Tommy lads again threatening violence. You know, the PR is just ridiculous.
I'm not a Tommy lad.
I'm not speaking about you, but I'm speaking about people in the chat threatening Brian because he's calling out.
I know Glenn Saffer very well, and that's why Glenn Saffer knew about the stream when Brian was talking bullshit. Because I WhatsApped the stream
me to come on,
and I sent
me. Do you know he phoned me? Was you the bloke in the background with him then? Was you the fella? Because you would, because he lives in North. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to dox him. Yeah, was you on the conversation? Because I recorded the 45-minute conversation, which I'll quite happily play. Yeah, with hearing his mate. Yeah, we're talking load of shit. Because I recorded the conversation.
What are you talking about, Brian? All I know is
Glenn Sapper when he called me, and Glenn Sapper called me. Yeah, and he tried to give me a load of bollocks that he works at Tommy Voluntary. Yeah.
I need to.
Oh, Danny's girlfriend's arguing with him again. Go and listen to your bird, mate. Like, I don't understand. You keep on coming on the live streams and you're upsetting your bird. You know what he done last time, Brian? New Year's Eve, he left his bird to spend time with a bunch of Muslims on my stream. You know, they claim to hate us so much, but they're willing to spend New Year's Eve with us.
Yeah, you got to get back in. Yeah, that one's a good one. Are you back in the debate game now, Zoubida? Definitely.
Oh, no one cares what that little fool has to say. He likes to, you know. By the way, you're going to have a wave of missile strikes.
He's going to doorstep me. I'd love him to doorstep me.
Missile strikes coming your way, educated guest or educated fool. Yeah, you know, you're just gonna have to keep on making them new accounts from Analyze Dunya to Educated Fool. You know, what's the next one? Brain Dead Islamophobe or what? So yeah. No, they're just another Islamophobe, this educated guest.
Was it?
Yeah, proper Islamophobe with no life. come on, bruh. Yeah, I know. It gets annoying though. You know, all that time spending on a screen, recording hours of content for it to just be wasted away. You know, that's what I like about YouTube. That little strike button.
Well, I'll send my stuff to Easu. He keeps it filed nicely. So Tommy Robertson, he can come and doorstep
Brian,
me. Yeah.
Brian, I think Glenn Saffer took you apart on Wendy Roos, to be fair. I mean, and then on Easu on the same night, you doxed your address.
My address is out there. I didn't dox my address.
Brian,
my address has been out there for months. I don't hide behind a picture. Now listen, Mr. Sampson, whatever your name is.
I sent Glenn Saffer. I sent Glenn Saffer because I weren't in the Tommy group and all that, but I know Glenn Saffer, and I sent him the stream. I sent him a voice note of what you were saying about him. He commented in the chat. He went on. I didn't invite him to Wendy. I didn't invite him to Wendy
He
Roos,
phoned me 3 days previous, and I got the 45-minute recording of the phone call. Have you heard that phone call?
You said,
and do you know why you put the phone down? And do you know why you put the phone down?
On Easu's, on Vellies. You said your address on Vellies, and I sent him.
My address has been out there for months. My address has been out there for months.
But why would you hold on, let me just say one thing. Educated guest. I don't know why you're trying to act like you're all road now, because we know how you first started off. You're a respectable young person. You know that you wouldn't even talk the way that you talk in real life. Like, we know that. And second of all, again, all that hard work for absolutely nothing. You can make another channel, use my content. I'm making it very clear you will get striked. Okay, so just be ready to make a new account now, I suggest. I'll make a new email, and then hopefully you might learn this time.
You haven't got any videos on your channel, though, Zoubida, have you?
Yeah, I've put them on private, but this little weirdo spends hours and hours recording my streams, writing provocative titles for some clout, I guess. But bless them, their channel was so rubbish that they only get like next to nothing views.
How can you strike it if it's not on your channel?
Oh no, you can still strike it if it's private content. You know, even if somebody uses like a picture of you from Facebook, you can strike somebody. You know, if it belongs to you and it's your material, whether it's private or not, and that person hasn't got permission, then yeah, you can strike it. So educated guess, you don't even have any morality here. I think I recall you actually saying that Banksy's comments about rape was actually a joke. So yeah, you can't really pull out the moral card here. You know, if anything, I just think you have no morality. So anyway, sorry guys, I just didn't want to give too much.
Did you miss Zoubida? Did you miss our friend coming on earlier, having a go, making death threats to Easu?
Who's that? Oh, as Rodney and his auntie fell out now. So I thought once upon a time that was his mate.
Well, yeah, she made death threats to him. She said,
"Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time."
She said, "I hope a terrorist blows you up."
Oh, okay. Yeah, might have to rewind the stream and just record that just to add it to the pile of evidence.
Oh yeah, I've got it all recorded. Don't worry. And then she said, and it's because I'm white. She said it's because I'm white.
Oh, okay.
I won't believe what Brian says, Zoubida.
Easu. Just rewind the stream.
He's got medical. Let's just say he's got issues. Yeah.
Come back, Rodney, and tell this man what threat she was made to you tonight by Wendy Wu, because he's obviously he's another mental health issue. So we're both the same.
I'm not there. Brian, I'm not for one who goes around saying on live streams that I've got multiple personality disorder and schizophrenia.
I was talking one time to one person.
And I need to survive on 10 milligrams of diazepam.
So why would you mock somebody that's got mental health issues? Do you think it's funny that people are suffering with mental health issues? Do you find that comical?
No, but I find Brian Hurle comical. It's always a laugh every time I listen to a stream that he's on.
Right, go on these streams, these man's streams now. So you're talking shit again. But rewind it. Zoubida, you'll hear the threat she made, and she said, "And I make them because I'm white." That's what she said.
Oh, so she said because she's white, she's able to make death threats. Yeah.
Yeah, she actually. Yeah.
Hey, Zoubida,
Oh,
it's
these
on
people just keep on digging themselves graves, didn't they? Because
it's on Wendy's channel if you want to know Brian's full medical health history. It's actually on
I don't
Zoubida's
care. Get shocked.
It's actually on Wendy's channel. Wendy's, he was singing like
Yeah,
a
but so
porter.
what though? So what? Like,
multiple fucking
but so what
personality
though? I
disorder.
don't understand. Is that some sort of like big revelation? Why is that something? There's so many people that got schizophrenia. It's a serious illness. What do you like? Do you want me to now bash him for it or what?
Just don't believe him. That's what I'm telling you. Because
I don't believe nothing that you say. I don't stand
I don't
for
believe
nothing
that you say.
I think you're a racist. I'd much prefer to have multiple personality disorder
He's
and not be a
race
racist.
card, though.
You're a racist. You are a racist.
Racist.
From what I've heard tonight, yeah, you are a racist.
Racist. Why am I racist? Why am I racist, Brian?
Because all right, cool. You said that you don't want.
Are you an Islamophobe? Are you an Islamophobe?
No, Brian, tell me why I'm a racist. Why am I a racist?
Because you're an Islamophobe.
And what
It's Islamophobe.
But Brian, what is an Islamophobe?
It is freedom. That's what.
Tell me why I'm a racist. Go on.
Because you're against Islam. You don't like Islam people. You don't like the religion of Islam.
I didn't say that.
I'm telling you that.
All right, so you're telling me that.
He's changing his words. You know, this guy is clear-cut Islamophobe.
Brian, you're telling me that.
Are you upset because you lost the ballot? Is that what it is, Troop? Now, Troop, be honest now, Freedom. Are you upset because you lost the ballot?
Brian, you're telling me that. So
you're from Rochdale way, aren't you? You're from that way, aren't you?
Brian,
I can tell by your voice. You must be from the northwest.
You know, he had to move out of his area. Bless him. He had to move out of his area.
He sounds like he's from Lancashire.
You still can't tell me why I'm a racist. Go on, explain.
I just told you why 3 times. You were Islamophobe.
No, you did. I'm an Islamophobe. So
you're Brian. Easu's in the back. Let him in.
Why am I an Islamophobe? Even though I don't believe in the
First off, you said you haven't read the Quran, but you seem to know so much about it.
Brian,
do you know how stupid you sound?
Easu, look.
You are a retard.
Brian's
no, you're a retard. You're a fucking retard.
And you're a little white boy who doesn't.
No, I'm supposed to be Indian, you fool. Keep the program.
You're a white boy. You've been exposed.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Yes, that wanted to expose me.
Dave Simpson, that's his name.
Everyone. I'm just gonna dead it now, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Palestine. That guy, like, if he's good to debate, or in a sense where you can embarrass him intellectually, because people like him need to be refuted. But he is a big Islamophobe, like, and he's political with his Islamophobia. Yeah, he doesn't just talk about it online. He actually is part of an organization whose leader is actively trying to get in positions of power to try and, like, you know, kick Muslims out of this country, discriminate against Muslims. That people like him are very dangerous. They're not just one of these trolls on the internet talking rubbish. This is somebody that's part of a political group who are actively trying to cause issues for Muslims. If they had power, they would do horrible things to Muslims. Horrible things to Muslims.
Yeah.
What's his full name?
Dave Simpson.
Full name is Danny Simpson. Danny Simpson.
Danny Simpson. Okay.
Yeah.
He said about looking at www.freedomforbritain, didn't it, or something?
Nah, no fucking way. I'm okay. I'm reading bullshit.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
I'm just gonna finish it now. So anyone want to say something?
All right, thank you for coming on. Easu, top man. Cheers, brother.
Easu.
Thank you for your time.
And look, guys,
respect you all. Respect you all. Thank you.
Salam.